But yeah, they like put me in this like room, and then they're like, yeah, they do like measure my arms like I'm Will Campbell.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in the combine.
Yeah.
But I don't have to wear often shirts and blazers anymore. Like when I was at NBC, we did. And by the way, how do you feel about that? Like television people wear the shirt and the blazer, but here in radio, it doesn't matter. We're wearing sweatshirts and hats every day.
Well, I mean, the medium, we're technically not on screen, even though everything's changed. I think there's something to be said for the TV studio. It's a little bit swankier than the radio studio, so you want to kind of dress the part and look the part. You don't want to be a distraction to the viewer. That's part of the whole thing. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like if you're dressed appropriately, business casual, a little button-down jacket or whatever, that doesn't distract the viewer, and they're focused on what you're going to say and the content behind your words.
There are people that work at this station that I don't think I've ever seen them not wearing flip-flops and shorts. Like the thought of Jay Stu in my head is some sort of...
Like pants with Jay...
Well, he doesn't wear pants. Shorts guy all time.
All winter?
I
don't notice.
I'm just thinking, Ryan, is there anybody that you can think of like this?
Well, I saw McCarthy on Nesson last night, and I forgot what he looks like without a hat on.
Same. I double take.
Look at him. I mean, he's on right now.
We got to work on your bro's hair, though. And what are we doing here on TV? Come on.
Listen, I'm the last person to talk about hair, okay? But what's up with his hair?
I know, but you're the face of that show.
Oh, I am, huh?
That's my opinion.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I would say Lucy is the face of the show because, she's just
nice of you.
I guess she makes us look handsome.
Well, what do you mean?
She makes like come on. I mean, who wants to say big fat guy? Actually, I do look good. I got to tell you, I look very handsome. I got a beard lined up yesterday, and I didn't mean to start the show with this, but hey, hello everybody. My barber, shout out to him.
Did you get the haircut? You did. You look fresh. You look fresh.
I even got my eyebrows
done.
Okay, right up here and underneath.
Okay.
Nice lineup all around. But I get my hair doesn't grow in the middle of my head anymore.
No.
So if I just let it like grow, I'd have hair on the sides like a true bald man.
You're taller than your hair.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I don't want that side. I call it like a George Costanza look. Out on that look. And sometimes it's sad, but I see a lot of men in their 40s that look like that. Mm-hmm. It's like they've settled on I'm bald, no hair, but I'm not going to completely shave it. Now, Nick Gemelli has completely shaved his head. And really, Nick's biggest feature besides his ass is his beard, right? Oh, we got to pot him up, right?
It's my beard, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what would you say? What would your third biggest feature be?
So there's butt, right? And then beard. I don't know, man.
You got one, Ryan?
What's so good about your ass? What's so good about his butt?
He's got a
like big one?
Some people
he's
think
got a big ass.
I don't know if it. I don't think
Has
it
this
is.
been discussed? This is discussed? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, Nicki Minaj has a line where she just doesn't know what to rap, and she just says, "I got a big ass."
Nothing wrong with that.
And now whenever I see like YouTube or TikTok's now my new thing, Mark.
Yeah.
I know you were a TikToker. You did a lot of videos.
I've been on there, and then I haven't been on there as much, but yeah.
No, you actually had some, I would say, you would use your talent to do these videos.
I tried to.
But anyways, my barber. Back to my barber. This is all I got, man.
Yeah.
That's all I got. I got a belly. And I'm at the beach, baby. I let it hang out. Lately, I've been wearing a shirt because I don't want the sun to burn me.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm a sensitive little flower when it comes to sunburns.
Oh, yeah?
But really, for a very large man, I'm belly. No ass. And it's not.
Do you work out? Do you train? Do you do any weights? Or
No.
Okay.
And it's because when I think of working out and hating it and like having to lift 300 pounds and do all that, even though it was 20 years ago, I still have PTSD from it. But we have a nice gym downstairs.
It's a nice one,
here
yeah.
that every once in a while I'll go down there and I'll turn the treadmill on. And I'll be like, oh, this is nice. And I'll walk for a little bit.
Nice.
And then I'll shut it off and come back up here. But yes, I was telling you yesterday, I think I want to play some basketball.
You know what? I got a tweet yesterday. I forgot to bring it up, but somebody asked me about a basketball game, and they were curious who would win in a basketball game. You three guys, I guess they were talking about
Callahan, probably.
Yeah, versus anybody else. That's 98.5 The Sports Hub. Who could beat us?
Felger's an athlete.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody.
Versus any other show.
Okay, the morning show. I don't. I'm just gonna. This is no. I'm not talking about anybody's athletic ability. I don't know. I know Fred was an athlete in high school.
Okay.
I don't think Wallach and Hardy were. I don't know.
Hardy's a golfer.
He is a golfer. Are golfers?
Well, I mean,
athletes?
I think there's some carryover if you can be a.
One of my first shows ever with Jerry Trupiano.
Oh yeah,
Troop, one of my mentors.
He did shows.
Oh yeah, Hardy and Troop was a. Do you have any of that?
Hardy?
Hardy and okay, so Hardy used to be at WBCN.
Okay.
When the station started, he was transitioning to sports talk.
Oh.
This is Hardy and Trupiano on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
I don't understand.
Call 617-779-0985. Now, Hardy and Trupiano on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Yep.
Look at that intro sizzles.
I know. And Troop had a lot of lessons for me, which I love him. So I mean it out of love. But Troop would do a segment, is a horse and athlete. And we'd get into, is golf a sport?
I think that's a more apropos conversation
on a
than
Sunday
a horse.
afternoon. Let me just tell you, that guy could carry it.
Trupiano
is a horse and athlete. Coming up next, is golf a sport or a game? Like, no lie. Like this happened. This happened probably 2009, 2010, whatever. The old days when the Sports Hub started, which I think was 17 years ago last week. Mm-hmm. They had a birthday. Anyways, back to my barber. It's a long story about my barber. He had a glass incident that he cut his hand. He needed 8 stitches. So I had my appointment after because I'm doing morning, so I had to match up my time instead of the night. You know, when I do Nesson, I'm literally noon to midnight every day.
Wow,
Monday through Friday, noon to midnight. Sports, baby, it's my life.
You get to Nesson at noon?
2, but I got to leave by noon because of traffic these days. You know, my ride home was horrific yesterday. By the way, I don't know how yours was.
It was all right.
So again, I'm a time slot guy. Like whatever, you work a lot of different time slots.
Yeah.
The midday is probably the worst time slot on the station.
Coming here for the midday show always is a grind.
And leaving. Oh.
Are you talking about 2:00?
When I leave at 2.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah.
And then 2 to 6 can be a struggle at times. Mm-hmm. But it depends if you stay till 7 for the baseball hour, and then you get that extra hour. Anyways, I got my beard shaved yesterday.
The barber.
My barber had 8 stitches, and he's got a glove on his, and I go, bro, what happened? He was helping somebody. He has arcades in his barbershop. Thompson College. NBA Jam yesterday. It was Hakeem Olajuwon and Otis Thorpe. Mm-hmm. Or was it, I can't remember now, was it Sam Cassell? Remember when you could pick 2 or 3?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Anyway, so I was in the chair, and he told me about his 8 stitches. And, not once did I think that it would be an issue or a problem. But would you feel that way? Like your barber just got was in the hospital, got 8 stitches in his hand. Would you be like, hey, man, let's just do this another time, man?
Once upon a time, somebody said it's not like it was open heart surgery.
Well, he did a great job.
Yeah. I would trust the barber to know his limitations or whatever, and if he thought he could do the job, I would trust the barber. Especially, you said he was wearing a glove.
Yeah,
it's all right.
But I did not once did I think I was going to get Al Capone.
Yeah,
or that happened, right?
Where you got like his head cut off or something.
That was, I think, what movie was that?
Neck cut.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
What movie was that?
No, but I know what you're saying. I would have been fine. I would have trusted him. He's a pro.
Yeah. Anyways, he did a good job. I look good. This is the only thing I have.
I had a moment this morning on the way in where, I'm listening to music, and Jess Simpson comes on. And before I know it, I'm singing, "Ooh, I think that I'm in love with you." And then it comes crashing down when I realize Joe Murray is driving in silence right now. And so I had to change the vibe quickly. Yeah. Start thinking about the show.
Was that the okay, I know the song.
You know the song.
But was it a rip? Did they rip the sample from Little Ditty About Jack and Diane? Did they rip that?
I don't know.
Can you find that?
Think so.
Here I go again.
Maybe.
Yesterday was the Free Willy one, which I still have heard about the Free Willy song.
I don't remember what year that song came out.
Remember the Little Ditty About Jack and Diane song?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that song ripped off.
Might have. It sounds a little bit
Because it's
familiar.
like, boy, I think that I'm in love with you.
Yeah. That's right. That's it. That's the one.
Of all
catchy.
of the girls from the 90s.
The 90s.
Or would this be 2000s?
That's 2000s
Okay,
for sure.
2000s. Because one was Britney Spears.
Late 90s.
Late 90s. And then we were playing Dirty earlier, Christina Aguilera.
Oh, yeah. That's a banger.
I'm trying to think of the other gals of the 2000s, and Jessica Simpson was one of them.
Mandy Moore had a little bit of
Mandy-
something.
she was on This Is Us. Did you ever watch that show?
Oh, yeah. It was too heavy, though. I had to tap out. Way too heavy.
Bro, that-
Emotional.
that
Like,
show?
I gotta go.
That was heartstrings.
Oh, I couldn't do it. I literally was emotionally fatigued and had to get out of it. It's too much. My wife and I started watching. I forget. This was 10 years ago
It
now.
was a good show. It
was a really creative show and an interesting idea, but it was just too much. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, and Mandy,
I didn't like it enough.
Mandy Moore was the.
But she's an attractive woman.
Oh yeah, even I don't know how old she is now,
Yeah.
but she was a great actress in
Yeah.
that show. Jessica Simpson, though, Aguilera turned genie in a bottle. Got to rub me the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of those gals ended up kind of showing their dirty side.
Ooh.
Well, Jessica Simpson, I don't think was billed like that.
Well, she did the Dukes of Hazzard, didn't she? It was pretty
yeah.
promiscuous.
Yeah. And then she was with that guy from 98 Degrees.
Yeah, Nick Lachey.
God, that band sucked.
That band?
If you think about it, there were some forced boy and girl bands for us.
Yeah.
I did that podcast yesterday. With
Oh, yeah, how'd
Sean
it go?
Silver. Fantastic.
I'm sure it
But
did.
you know when it came down to it,
Yeah.
the Spice Girls were a sensation.
I don't know enough about them.
And you really would only know two songs.
Two songs.
Wanna Be, Wanna Be
If
My
you're going to
Lover.
be my lover. Yeah.
That song,
And then what was the other one? Waterfalls? No, that's TLC.
no, yeah.
Thinking of the wrong band.
the one was on the album. Oh my God, now I have to look it up again. But thinking back on it, like, I know they only had a couple of hits. They were top of the charts, huge pop sensations.
When were they huge?
97.
Okay. That was their peak? Because I
Yeah.
don't remember the timeline on them.
And then they had some controversies, I guess, right?
I wonder if Tom Caron has any Spice Girls takes.
Say You'll Be There was the Say
I
You
see-
Will Be There.
No, see, I don't even. That one doesn't
Oh,
even.
come on. Yeah, you will. You know that song.
Okay.
You
Usually
would
when
know.
you sing, I know that I recognize the song.
I'm giving you everything.
Yes.
all that
Okay. Yeah. I didn't like that one as much. I don't think.
Yeah, and then the other girls, like, remember Michelle Branch?
I just heard her coming in everywhere to me. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know where she went. She had a couple good ones. She had a song with Santana, "The Game of Love." That was an excellent song. It's in the collection. Great guitarist, Carlos Santana.
I mean, I guess, would you put, like, Pink and Kelly Clarkson in that mix?
Kelly Clarkson was later for me.
Yeah.
A little bit, not that much later. Pink was excellent. I love Pink.
And then we already said Christina. Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Yeah.
Well, they were a band back then, though. She wasn't a solo act back then, right?
Remember the Pussycat Dolls?
Yeah.
Pushing all my buttons, baby.
Oh, yeah.
That was a risque song.
That was risque.
Pushing all my buttons, baby.
No, I think it wasn't it like "Undo All My Buttons" or something like that. Yeah.
Oh.
Something like that. Yeah, you're right. It was
Ryan, are you an expert on that song? I saw you.
Well, I was
going
gonna say you guys had a conversation about the Genie in the Bottle song recently.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. She became dirty. She did.
It's funny how you just start. Like I used to probably just belt out the lyrics without a clue of
You
exactly.
got to rub her the right way.
Talking about.
And then they did Moulin Rouge.
Oh, that one is it's a great one. Maya.
Maya.
Yeah. Who else was in that? Christina, Pink, Maya, and it was a Little Kim.
Oh, wow. She
Yeah,
was so
yeah.
Little Kim was.
That you remember that video?
Yes.
There's some.
The burlesque.
Yeah. We went to Moulin Rouge when we were in Paris. My wife and I had fun.
Really?
Yeah.
Was there any chez
I mean, we went into a couple stores just to look around.
Don't save that one, please.
Voulez-vous coucher?
Don't save that one.
Oh, yeah.
Because all right, the great Jeremy Conley is no longer with us. I'm sad, and this is why I'm thinking about it. But whenever I would sing a song, he'd be like, "You can't sing it if you don't know the words if they're in another language." He was very big on that. And so when we were doing Bad Bunny, I do Songs of the Summer.
Uh-huh.
It's coming up soon, just to give you a teaser.
What do you mean it's coming up? Summer's over.
No, it's not. It's not over yet. Dude, summer ain't over until the Patriots kick off. Right?
Okay, fine.
You're part of this.
Yeah.
So the
yeah.
summer ain't
That's
over
fine.
until the kickoff of that day, baby. But yeah, I Bad Bunny had a song and I didn't really know the lyrics. And he's like, "I'm not playing that." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And it was the song "I Like It Like That" with Cardi B. She's another. And then Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
Remember Megan Trainor?
Yep.
There's another one.
See, that's
See,
later
Nick
though.
knows.
Those are late.
Yeah,
that's
they
later.
all.
I wasn't as locked in on them.
Yeah. But I did like how Eminem brought up Christina Aguilera.
Big time reference.
That was a huge, and back then, Carson Daly was very big, and Fred Durst was
I love that.
mainstream, I would say.
Of course he was, and he was the one that appeared in the video. But they had to get a Carson lookalike in that video. That Carson didn't get into the video, understandably so. You can't ruin relationships like that.
Lil' Kim was definitely that era.
Yeah.
I'm looking at some others, but pre her was like Toni Braxton.
Yep.
Mariah Carey was always not really sure what really happened with her. Maya's, oh yep, she was on this list. I'm looking at a list. Michelle Branch, she's on here. I guess Chappell Roan was big back then, but we just didn't know it yet.
Back then,
Yeah,
like back when?
like in the. When was this? Well, I guess it's fairly recently. I'm thinking of somebody else from the. Jordan Sparks was another
Jordan
one.
Sparks.
Carly Rae Jepsen.
Yeah.
Amy Winehouse.
Yeah, she was. I think she passed.
Iggy Azalea is probably within the last 10 years or so.
Yeah.
Eve.
I
And,
remember she made a Giselle Bundchen reference in one of her songs with Gwen Stefani, and I had no idea who it was. And then years later, after the Tom Brady stuff, I was like, Giselle. That's what she meant.
Eve had that song with Gwen.
Yeah.
But I had to give you my.
That's where the Giselle reference is in that song.
Oh, it's in that song.
Catwalk like Giselle. Who's Giselle?
Oh.
Yeah. Then when she became famous.
Now I get it.
I actually watched recently. They replayed like the 2001 Video Music Awards. My God, the things that they were saying on stage. Like, you would never do that. I mean, I think it was Lenny Kravitz presented an award with Giselle, and he's up there groping her, and he's like up all. It was
The one that always
really weird.
The one that always got me was the what was her name? Her dad was a country singer there.
Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus is with was it Robin Thicke?
I
Remember that one? You remember
At
that
the award
Brian?
show?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What happened?
What the blurred lines?
The blurred lines
Yeah.
video. Oh,
Okay.
that one was. There was a lot of tickling going on.
Blurry. Yeah.
I can hear Nick laugh. How many drops you got from this segment, Ryan?
Too many.
But there's weird tickling going on. Very weird. I feel like.
Tickling between
What was that? Blurred lines. Blurred lines.
Why don't you go to the
Miley
computer?
Cyrus.
Why are you doing this?
Because I want to watch it on the TV. Nelly Furtado, remember her?
Yeah.
Missy Elliott, Hall of Famer.
Missy Elliott. I was never a huge fan of her.
Oh, when she had the song that
The
went
2013
backwards.
Video Music Awards.
Remember the song that she played backwards? It was like, gotta find out hard, I gotta work it.
Yeah. She was sexual.
It was the whole she was.
Yeah.
I Can't Stand the Rain was one of my favorites.
I don't see. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Smiley is pretty. Like, she had a. Oh, yeah. There was tickling. She had a foam finger.
I swear I'm going with it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She was. She.
That was. I think she might have got in trouble for that.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, or somebody did.
She was definitely putting that foam finger places. With a little, it had a little a nail on it.
I'm glad you saw that.
Oh, now she's twerking. There was twerking.
I'm glad you
Oh,
saw
there's
that.
a lot of twerking. Oh. Okay. I do remember this. Woo. Can't do that anymore. Oh, and now she's, okay. I got to go. That was something, Joe. I don't remember that.
Yeah, I know. Not sure why I did. All right, hey, we got a big show today, everybody. We're going to talk to Tom Carey later on today. We're going to talk about what happened. We need foam fingers here.
Just have to keep it on all show and see what happens.
What do you think Zoe would do with a foam finger?
He'd scratch his back. Scratch something.
You want one, Nick?
J-Lo. You're forgetting J-Lo.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my God. J-Lo.
Waiting for Tonight.
Oh.
That's still one of my favorite women's songs from that era.
Still watch the Selena movie.
The Selena movie?
You never saw Selena?
No.
Remember the singer, Selena?
No.
Selena was, oh, my God, she was a Latin singer who was fantastic. And her dad was her manager.
Uh-huh.
Sang across the world. And spoiler alert, basically she was killed by someone that worked for her, or crazy worker fan kind of thing. But, oh, yeah, she had a bitty bitty bum bum.
So she was in the movie, or she was in it for a little bit?
J-Lo played Selena.
Oh, okay.
J-Lo was also a fly girl on In Living Color.
I saw Enough was a movie featuring J-Lo.
Yeah. Money Train with Wesley Snipes.
Uh-huh. Didn't see that one.
She was in that. Snakes on a Plane. Oh, no, Anaconda.
Anaconda. That's right. The second one, or the first one, was Ice Cube.
That's right.
That was good.
But just a...
Snakes out there this big? That's a good one.
There are. But I can't forget Rihanna.
Oh, I love Rihanna.
I guess I'll put Adele in there, even though she wasn't really a sex spot. Katy Perry.
Yeah,
Katy Perry.
Yep.
Kesha.
Nah.
Lady Gaga.
Loved Lady Gaga.
Ariana Grande.
Okay.
Haley Williams from Paramore.
Oh,
What was it?
okay,
She was on Airplanes. Is that her? B.O.B.? Yeah. In the night skies like shooting stars.
I could usually really wish.
Yes,
right
yes,
now,
yeah.
Wish right now. And I can't. How could I forget Carrie Underwood? Because I've been waiting all day.
Yeah.
Actually, I liked when she had that song about carve my name.
No, I hate that song.
His leather
I hate that
seat.
song for some reason. I don't know why.
No, you know
there's some songs you just can't
So
stand.
I think it's about Tony Romo.
Is it? He's had issues.
He has had. Speaking of car, yes. You know, do you feel like, now that you mentioned it, you feel like there's people trying to get him out the door?
Yeah.
now?
Yeah.
Like they feel like they made a mistake?
Well, I think they think. Well, first of all, he was way overpaid. All those guys are overpaid. These color analysts trying to analyze games that I would watch if a donkey was doing them. I mean, Chiefs versus Bills in the play. Like, that's the marquee game. I'm going to watch it. I don't care who's commenting on the plays. But yeah, they probably thought there was an opportunity to maybe move on or go in a different direction, and they're trying to seize it. That wouldn't surprise me at all. I don't mind Romo. I mean, I don't love him, but I don't think he's terrible.
I just don't like the.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
It's so stupid.
Yeah.
I wonder if Jim Nance is mad.
Probably
Or
not.
cares
I
at all.
can't. I can't imagine he is.
All right, Mark. Well, you were at camp yesterday.
Yeah.
How'd it go?
Good.
All right, tell us on the other side.
Yeah.
We'll pause here, And if I missed any of the great females of the 90s or 2000s, I might have missed SZA, Olivia Rodrigo, Sabrina Carpenter, Mary J. Blige.
What about Ashanti?
Oh, yeah. Doja Cat, Dua Lipa.
Oh, yeah. That was later.
Shakira, did I miss?
Oh, Shakira.
Shakira. Did I say Fergie or did I
don't know if you said Fergie.
Does Selena Gomez count on here? Should I even mention Faith Hill? All right, we got to go to break. I'm Joe Murray here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. All right, back here on 98.5 The Sports Up. What happened last night? Presented by Leonard Hair Transplant Associates, where hair doesn't have to be a game of what happened. Change your lettuce and change your life. With Dr. Matthew Lopresti at 1-800-GET-HAIR. Mark Dendero, what happened last night?
Well, the Red Sox were going for the sweep of the Diamondbacks. And for a moment there, I thought they were going to get it when Mickey Gasper, the man is on a heater, came up with the Sox down 3 runs. Check that. Down 3 runs with 2 on in the 6th inning.
High fly ball right field. Come on, Carroll backing up, back it up, back it up, back it up. It's gone! Mickey again! Mickey Gasper goes downtown! How do you like that? The Red Sox have tied it at 5.
So, it's funny. I'm looking online here. Just real quick. It says Mickey Gasper finished his career at Bryant with 174 hits. Okay? That is not that many hits.
How many did you have?
I didn't have I had like 100. But I had, I'm sure, far less at bats. I didn't play it all my freshman year. But my point is, the benchmark you want to get to is 200 hits. That's the one where people would get, you get the ball and they'd honor you. So all the better hitters that I played with got to 200 hits. I'm just surprised he only got to 174 hits.
Yeah, I mean, he's always somewhat been a prospect, right?
Yeah.
Yankees had him. They liked him. He's played multiple positions. Remember yesterday I said to you, Lou Merlone was the one who pointed out that he has above average left-handed power. He showed it. He went down and got that ball and went yard. They did pinch hit for him late in the game. It worked. But, he's given them a spark. He might be a 4A player, Mark. He might be.
Sure.
But he's in spurts. Ooh, I won't say Brian Daubach level, because Daubach was a real streaky guy. But, man, Mickey Gasper getting the call up and hitting that 3-run homer, I thought the game was over, Mark.
Right. You get a big hit like that from a guy. I mean, the 3-run home run is the biggest play in baseball, bar none. You get a big hit like that from a guy who's hot, Mickey Gasper, and you can't finish it off. That was disappointing, but, I mean, they still win the series. Part of the reason they did not finish it off was because Nolan Arenado had a big single in the 10th inning.
2-2. Broken bat Looper backing up on a stereo. That's going to drop into left field for a base hit and bring in the run. Moreno will score. Arenado with an RBI single.
So the Diamondbacks would go on to, I think they got 2 runs in the inning. Red Sox got 1 back, but they lost 7-6. Do you know the Diamondbacks play-by-play? The Dave O'Brien of the Arizona Diamondbacks is a man named Steve Berthume. You know who that is?
He used to be on SportsCenter.
Medfield, Mass native.
Wow.
Yeah. So when I started in broadcasting, I was in Georgia, and then I got to Mississippi. I connected with him. And I forget where they were, but he had cultivated a close relationship with a football coach named Dan Mullen. Oh, yeah. He was the coach at Mississippi State and then Florida. So when he was at Mississippi State, that's when I was covering the team. So I was in touch with Steve Berthume. He was helping me, giving me advice. I got to know Dan Mullen because I was covering him, and it's a small town. But then, I don't know, my Boston roots sort of came out. I might have had an opinion one day on the trajectory of Mississippi State football. One thing led to another. I don't think Dan Mullen liked what I said, even though I wasn't doing commentary. I was an anchor. But one of my lead-ins on TV might have been less than flattering. And all of a sudden, Steve Berthume he stopped talking to me. Stopped answering my emails. Never talked to me again. Yeah. And that was it. I haven't talked to him since. It's a shame. Pissed off Dan Mullen.
Dan Mullen, not for nothing, Dan, but
I know.
You haven't really been a
didn't really go well at Florida. No, I don't know what he's doing now. He's at a smaller school, I think. I think he got back into head coach.
I mean, I think he was a pretty good offensive.
He was a good offensive. Well, he was with Tebow. That's where he got.
No, you know where he's at right now?
No.
University of Nevada, Las Vegas.
That's right. Yes, that's right.
How'd he get that gig? I think the other guy left, right? Because they had a kid from. Anyways, keep going. Yeah, he was at Florida. He didn't have a job until this. Until this past year.
Well, I think he was doing some TV.
No, but I mean, Florida, Mississippi State, and then he went back to Florida for 3 years as But yeah, he did nothing after that.
Yeah, I remember his wife was on TV, and he always talked about just following her around if it didn't work out. But then he got some big jobs in the SEC, and it was going well. So nice guy. He loved ball. He's from New Hampshire, the New Hampshire Mafia. Him, Chip Kelly. Love Fenway Park.
Ryan Day, I think, is from out there.
Yeah. A lot of good random.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike McDonald, Super Bowl champ, was from Scituate, wasn't he? Grew up there, or part of his childhood was spent there, or whatever. So, yeah, the Red Sox, they had a chance.
It's
last
a breeding ground.
but it was they're fine. They're going to be fine. It was just, that's a game. When you have a big hit like that from Gasper and you come back and things aren't going your way, it's just the bullpen it looked like was toast, and they couldn't really sustain it. Also yesterday, Patriots. They look good, man.
You were there.
I was there. Okay. They look good. Drake May toying might be a little strong, but he was having his way with the Eagle defense. A.J. Brown looked really unstoppable.
So I guess we should start there.
Yeah.
This is what I gather. You were there. Do you think the Patriots made it a point to go at A.J. Brown in their top corner early on in practice?
Yeah. Yeah, I think they did. And they were doing whatever they wanted, Joe. They were putting the ball wherever they wanted. The players, the receivers were making the plays. Pop Douglas was making plays. I mean, it was a well-oiled machine yesterday. They were coming on the field, hitting field goals. I mean, it wasn't close. And the Philly defense was on their heels. The Philly offense was not, I don't want to say exposed. This is joint practice, but Jalen Hurts didn't look all that efficient. He was without Devontae Smith. But it was good. And then after, I thought, I was impressed. A.J. Brown peppered with questions about his relationship, the breakup, and everything associated with him leaving the Eagles.
No, it's not about no closure or anything, man. It's love. I won a Super Bowl ring with them. And it's always be love, no matter how anyone feels. I love Philly, and I will always love Philly. But I'm here now, and that's where my feet are, and that's what I'm focused on.
I thought he did a really good job. They were going at him. I thought it became awkward. Like, all right, who cares about how many times he's talked to Jalen Hurts? I mean, they kept going to it. They kept going back to it.
No.
Yeah, they kept. All right, we get it. They weren't best friends. It didn't end great. How many times are you going to go back to it? I thought he handled that question and answer segment really well, and obviously he played really well.
I feel like it's a metaphor or symbolism or whatever word you want to use, that the Patriots are going at A.J. Brown early on in camp and joint practices. They did it last week. They did it again this week. I feel like that's the coaching staff or Vrabel, I don't know where it's coming from, backing him. Like, hey, man, you're our guy. Like, yeah, you don't like the Eagles? We got your back, man. Like, even last week, Colts, go at their top guys. Show them who you are. I hate to use I hate using the Randy Moss comp. I hate it. He had a lot to prove, too, when he left the Raiders. And I know that they kind of shut him down in camp because he had a hamstring. Mm-hmm. They showed, Belichick backed Moss by going, Brady and Belichick and, I don't know, who was the offensive coordinator then?
McDaniels.
It was McDaniels. They went at Moss. You're our guy. We're backing you. There was no question about it that year. Mm-hmm. I'm just following the same somewhat path that he was on. I'm seeing it through joint practices so far. They're backing A.J. Brown, dude. And I feel like, I don't want to say catering to him, but that's going to go a long way to that. If he trusts the Patriots and trusts the coach and the quarterback, the sky's the limit of what A.J. Brown can do. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree. I was thinking about that yesterday. He's going to become, once again, one of the top receivers in the league. Top 5 receiver in the league if he plays at that clip. From what I saw, these are chunk plays down the field, beating guys one-on-one, making catches over the middle, intermediate routes, deep routes. The entire tree. with Drake May throwing him the ball.
And Kenyon Mitchell's a great corner.
Yeah.
Who's going to get big money next year, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something to it, Mark. I don't know. I don't want to get hyped up on A.J. Brown, but I think he's going to have a monster season.
And I don't really care. He doesn't need to. I just think he needs to be A.J. Brown.
Yeah, A.J. Brown.
And then that's good enough. This team went to the Super Bowl. You see where you are. This is an AFC. Again, people are still transitioning because Mahomes is Mahomes and Josh Allen. The Patriots, I keep saying it, they're right there now with all those teams. Bills, Chiefs, Ravens, Bengals. It's not like they're on this tier below. They are right on the same tier. Doesn't mean they're going to beat all those teams. They are on that tier, Joe. Get used to it.
I like tiers.
Yeah.
More happened last night. We'll tell you what that is here on the other side. I know you were watching the Little League game last night.
Yes.
We'll have an update on
great
that. I saw the ending. It wasn't good for the local team. But we'll have more. Mark Dondero's here, and he's going to get your Sports Hub headline right now.
Sports Hub headlines.
The Red Sox couldn't complete the sweep of the D-backs yesterday afternoon at Fenway Park, despite another big home run from Mickey Gasper. 7-6 was the final in extra innings. Boston will be off today before welcoming in the Giants for a 3-game set beginning on Friday. Sonny Gray will have the ball next for the Sox. By all accounts, the Patriots had a significant edge over the Eagles during day one of their joint practices at Gillette Stadium. Drake May, 15 for 18 during 11-on-11s, and A.J. Brown showing out against his former mates, catching 4 balls. The two teams will do it again on the practice field today before their preseason game on Saturday night. Other NFL news, the Houston Texans, huge blow to their receiving core as wideout Jaden Higgins suffered a torn ACL. He'll be lost for the season, that according to Ian Rappaport of the NFL Network. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they extended their Pro Bowl defensive tackle Vita Vea, a 1-year extension, $30 million guaranteed. In basketball, the Cleveland Cavaliers, Denver Nuggets, and Los Angeles Clippers agreed on a trade that will send Peyton Watson to Cleveland and Max Strus to L.A. Sources told ESPN as part of the multi-team deal, Denver will get an unprotected 2031 Cavs first-round pick. And finally, the Bridgewater Little League team suffered a tough 2-1 loss last night in their Little League World Series opener after New Jersey's Mason Rincon hit a walk-off home run in the bottom of the 6th. Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by Dr. Matthew Lepresti and Leonard Hair Transplant Associates, the hair doctor of Hardy, Rob Ninkovich, and Christian Fourier. Call 1-800-GET-HAIR for your free hair loss consultation. I'm Mark Dondero for Boston's Home for Sports 98.5 The Sports Hub. Next update in about 30 minutes.
You're listening to Toucher and Hardy on the Sports Hub.
Hey, Big Papi here. People always ask me about LASIK. At Boston Vision, the procedure was quick, comfortable, and over before I know it. I could read my phone the very next day without grabbing my glasses. Step up to the plate with Boston Vision. It's a home run. Best vision is a Boston Vision.
This summer, get big savings at Bernardi.
Come celebrate summer at Audi Natick with huge savings and selection. Lease a brand new 2026 Audi Q3 Quattro for only $529 per month for 36 months with only $34.25 down. MSRP $50,035. Come celebrate summer and save big at Audi Natick. See dealer for details. $48.49 due at signing, 10,000 miles per year.
When you see this in your kitchen,
the stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
you hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman Stainless Steel 3-in-1 clean shine.
the first time.
Toucher and Hardy, mornings on the Sports Hub.
Sucks.
I just wanted to finish up, Joe, on some of the Patriots things.
Yeah.
Can we just hear a couple more of these? Rye, can I get Sal Powell talking about A.J. Brown yesterday? That was good
But for
perspective.
me, from a football standpoint, the big headline out of the New England Patriots in this practice is that A.J. Brown, far and away today, for both teams, was the best wide receiver on the field. He caught 6 of 7 balls. Remember, this is a guy that got not only one, but 2 $100 million contracts out of the Philadelphia Eagles. He was 30% of their passing offense last year. Patriots lose Stephon Diggs. They got to try to get back to the Super Bowl. They brought in A.J. Brown. It looks like all of the offseason work and off-the-field work between A.J. Brown and Drake May is definitely paying off.
You know what this kind of reminds me of? And this is going to be way over, this is a little bit overboard. But when Tiger Woods emerged, everybody was sort of, despite the fact that he was this prodigy and he looked really good and everything told you that he was going to be a really dynamic, great player, nobody wanted to acknowledge it because they hadn't done it. He hadn't done it. And it sort of reminds me of that where it's like, look, the schedule last year, they haven't really won anything. This group isn't really championship proven and all this. And nobody wants to acknowledge that they are one of the top teams, despite the fact that they went to the Super Bowl last year. They don't want to acknowledge because they haven't consistently gotten it done, or in the playoffs, they didn't look good or it didn't look right or whatever it is. But I feel like we're just ignoring the obvious here. This team, are they loaded? I think you could have the legitimate conversation. Are the Patriots loaded?
I think they're loaded with skill players.
Okay.
Did you see, let me ask you one.
Yeah.
You were there yesterday. How'd the run defense look?
I don't know.
Like
I was eating a wrap.
What kind of wrap?
It's a chicken Caesar wrap. I wasn't.
Have you been
bearing
over at the
that.
New Balance Center?
No, no, but it looks really good.
So, dude, I was there. Okay, I know where. You mentioned the wrap.
Yeah.
Threw me off.
Sorry.
No. I didn't go over to it, but they have a media.
Yeah.
Food like.
Oh, do they?
Like you probably could have walked over.
I did on the way out run into a man who owns the team, one of the owners of the team. I had a nice conversation with him.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, I got to meet him.
Hold on a second. Mark Dondero met one of the owners of the team, or the owner of the team?
Not the owner. A man I had never met before. So I figured I'd introduce
what was
myself.
his name? Does his name begin with a J?
Yes.
Okay.
We had a great conversation.
How'd that go? You did?
Yeah. We. I just figured because I'm one of the hosts of their post-game show on the flagship, I was like, I should introduce myself.
Does he listen?
Yeah, I think
That's
so.
great.
I don't know.
Maybe
I didn't ask him.
Well, you've done some journalism.
We
in
actually,
the past.
yeah.
You ran into Wick's dad. I think you kind of put him on
We
the
had
map.
a correspondence with Wick.
But I think you put him on the map. I didn't really know much about Wick's dad having the money, Maybe you can be the peace. I don't want to. I'll say peacemaker, but he used to come on pregame. He doesn't come on pregame anymore.
Oh, really? Okay.
Would he ever join us on a postgame show?
I don't know.
Well,
I mean,
maybe it's worth a follow up. Hey, here I am telling you what to do.
Again. I mean, we had a good.
I would say, hey, it was great meeting you yesterday. We always would love to have you back on Patriots Radio Network. Love you.
Okay. Noted.
Love Joe.
We had a great conversation about music.
Wow.
Yeah. We have a similar taste in music. Some of the 90s grunge. We were talking Pearl Jam.
Wow.
Yeah. He went to some Pearl Jam shows. So it was good.
Did you guys talk about hot dogs at all or anything like that?
We didn't get into the hot dogs. I congratulated him on the new facility. Said he was excited for the season. It was just a.
Did you just walk up like, "Hey, how you doing?"
I looked back and he was behind us, so I sort of did a double take, and I said, "I got to introduce myself," and I just said, he didn't know I had this bucket hat on. He probably didn't know. He didn't know.
Oh, you had the bucket. You're a bucket hat guy.
I don't know. I'm in the sun. like you, I don't want to get baked by the sun.
That's
So
true.
I just, it was just quick, casual. Thanked him, whatever. It was a good conversation. I enjoyed his music perspective.
Well,
he's excited for the season, as we all are.
Well, Jonathan, if that's who you're talking about, always welcome. And we are here until 10 a.m. today, of course. So if I'll talk some Pearl Jam with him. Maybe we'll go Mother.
That's what I told him. I was like, Joe and I are of your musical taste.
Mm.
We know that world.
I mean, we can go back to Mother Love Bone, which was before Pearl Jam with Andrew Wood. But then he died. Mm-hmm. And then they got Eddie Vedder, and that's when they became Pearl Jam.
Okay.
You knew that story.
I didn't know that story.
Get out of here.
No,
you really didn't know that?
No. I didn't know that story.
Have you ever heard the song Wood by Alice in Chains?
I love that song.
That song is about Andrew Wood.
Even though it's spelled W-O-U-L-D?
If I would, could you?
Yeah, it's one of the greatest endings to a song.
Thank you.
Of all time.
Did you know that's my favorite band, right? Alice in Chains.
I've heard you talk. I didn't know they were your favorite
Number one.
band. Yeah.
Jerry Cantrell.
Yeah,
my favorite.
I mean, I should have said this in the conversation. It's a shame. It's just worth reiterating how devastating it is that we've lost so many of those singers. I mean, it's ridiculous how many we've lost.
Since you said that, I watched Chris Cornell's daughter.
Oh, yeah?
Beautiful singer.
How old is she now?
Probably
Adult?
20s.
Yeah.
But she sang Fell on Black Days.
Oh, man.
At the Hall of Fame. And it wasn't like how she sang it like beautiful singer voice.
One of the most powerful musical performances I've ever seen. I'll watch it anytime I come across it. Do you remember when forget his first name, Hawkins? He was the drummer for Foo Fighters. Passed. This is recent, and his son joined Dave Grohl on stage and did a rendition of My Hero on the drums. Oh, it was unbelievable. The son of Hawkins. Mm-hmm. Was on the drums for My Hero with Grohl and everybody, the whole band, and it was an unbelievable powerful performance.
I watched it.
It was unbelievable.
It was that was great. Taylor Hawkins.
That's it. Thank you.
Was once the drummer for Alanis Morissette.
That's during that CD that had like 8 singles on it.
Jagged Little Pill, I think.
Yeah. Never really got in. It's like every one of those songs was kind of catchy, but I never really was into any of them. You know what I mean?
Jagged Little Pill should be like something on tour.
They should be at the Sphere. She should be at the Sphere.
Yeah. But like, you know how they do like the American Idiot, Green Day?
Yeah.
Jagged Little Pill, I've actually gone 1 to 13 straight on that.
Yeah. You could do a whole podcast on that one.
Yeah.
It's a million
hits.
hits.
I know You Ought to Know was like her big hit. Yeah.
Ironic.
But like Ironic was that might have been like You Ought to Know was the biggest hit she had probably,
yeah.
But or the one that put her on the map. Ironic might have been the one that like
that's the first one I think of when I think of that.
Even how like the language at the time, right? Well, isn't it ironic? Don't you think? Like it was just it was catchy during that area. I liked You Learn. I liked All I Really Want.
That's
Hand in
one.
Hand in My Pocket.
Hand in My Pocket. Yep.
Here I go getting real soft on you.
Ridiculous.
But Head Over Feet's one
Head
of my
Over
favorite
Feet
song. I couldn't help it.
1,
It's
2,
all your
3,
fault.
4, 5, 6. There's like 7.
She just headlined Levitate in Marshfield like a month ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
One thing to go back to the Spice Girls from earlier. There were 3 songs from or 3 bands. So the Spice Girls Wannabe was the only other there were 2 other number 1 hits from non-US singers at the time. And it was Alanis Morissette was number 2 with the Spice Girls, and I think the other one was Beatles I Want to Hold Your Hand.
Oh yeah. Man.
But like that's what I mean by like the Spice Girls were in the same conversation. Nick's laughing at me. What did I say something, Nick?
We were just joking about the clock.
Oh, hey everybody! Wait, oh yeah. Oh.
So we didn't even get to the Little League.
I know. You know what? Let's start with that.
All right,
because you know what? They deserve it.
Yeah.
So hey everybody, well, I'm late and we got to go to break. We'll talk to you right after this.
You're listening to Celtics. WBCFM and HD Boston 98.5, the Sports Hub.
Beasley Media Group station celebrating 65 years of broadcasting.
Sports Hub headlines.
The Red Sox couldn't complete the sweep of the D-backs yesterday afternoon at Fenway Park, despite another huge home run from the machine Mickey Gasper. 7-6 was the final in extras. Boston will be off today before welcoming in the San Francisco Giants for a series beginning on Friday. Sonny Gray will get the ball next for the Sox. By all accounts, the Patriots had a significant edge over the Eagles during day one of their joint practices at Gillette Stadium. Drake May, 15 for 18 during 11-on-11s. A.J. Brown had his way with his former mates, catching 4 balls. Two teams will do it again today on the practice field before their preseason games Saturday night. Other NFL news, Houston Texans receiving corps taking a hit Wednesday as wideout Jaden Higgins suffered a torn ACL. He'll be lost for the season, according to Ian Rappaport of the NFL Network. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and their defensive tackle Vita Vea came to terms on an extension. 1 year, he'll get $30 million guaranteed. In the NBA, Cleveland Cavaliers, Denver Nuggets, Los Angeles Clippers agreed on a trade that will send Peyton Watson to Cleveland and Max Strus to L.A. That, according to ESPN, as part of the multi-team deal, Denver will receive an unprotected 2031 Cavs first-round pick. Finally, the Bridgewater Little League team suffered a tough loss, 2-1 last night in their Little League World Series opener after New Jersey's Mason Rincon hit a walk-off home run in the bottom of the 6th. Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by East Coast Metal Roofing. Right now, during their Beat the Summer promotion, Sports Hub listeners get 10% off the cost of a new roof. Call East Coast Metal Roofing and never replace your roof again. 844-611-ECMR or eastcoastmetalroofing.com. I'm Mark Dondero for Boston's Home for Sports 98.5 The Sports Hub. Next update about 30 minutes.
Attack deep three, violent two-hand slam.
Sports Hub.
Ticket not punched.
Hardy.
No, the ticket's not punched.
Fred.
You got a bunch of stuff wrong when you talk. So much for this country.
Dutcher and Hardy.
This country's a bunch of buffoons that don't know the rules.
You idiot. The Sports Hub.
Center field, the game is over. Mason Rincon goes into the shrubs in center field, and that allows Bayonne, New Jersey to win the game.
Well, we had a walk-off yesterday in the Little League World Series for the local team. As we're back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. Mark Dondero's here. I'm Joe Murray. We will take calls at 617-779-0985. We're on YouTube as well. I don't know if the guys promote that, but if you go to youtube.com, search 98.5 The Sports Hub, you can watch live, and there's 355 people watching right now, Mark, at 7:13 in the morning on a Thursday. I see all the old characters. Bruises in there. Not MJ's in there. Lucky's in there. The guy Seaside. Clancy. All these guys are in my night chat, so some of them are not. And they're not fans of me, but welcome anyways. I've noticed in this business, Mark, if sometimes you don't like us, you're listening. So thank you. I appreciate that. You were watching the Little League World Series, which Bridgewater, we have many Bridgewater people.
Great baseball town.
You have great. Their college was back in the early 2000s was like ranked
Bridgewater
1
State.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Is it now Bridgewater State University?
Yeah.
Okay. But yes, the Little League World, and you were watching. And
yes,
it was a very tight game. What happened?
Well, they could not talk enough about this Mason Rincon for New Jersey. I guess he was completely dominant in the regional and on the way up. So the question was, should Bridgewater have pitched to the kid Rincon in a tie game, bottom of the 6th, and if he hits a home run, you lose, which is exactly what happened. And I was thinking about it, and you know what? Absolutely. F it. Go at him. Yeah, okay, he hit the home run and you lost the game, but I'm not teaching some kid to be afraid to go after a kid just because he's a good hitter. Go after his ass. Kid, sorry.
No,
go after him.
You're fired up about the
Well, no, but I didn't mind that. I didn't mind it. Go after him and do your best to get him out and not, be afraid to compete. I didn't mind that. It burned them, and, it is what it is. But you went after him. There was a good pitch, and then he saw another better pitch, a better pitch to hit, and I give the kid credit. A beautiful pimp job. Knew it was gone. It was 250 feet, way out of the park. And he got you. But maybe it would have been the smarter thing to do to pitch around him, but then you're scared. You're teaching that kid to be scared of somebody. Don't do that. Go right after him. I appreciate it.
So are you saying that it was better to give your best and lose than to pitch around him?
I mean, it was the middle of their order, so you're going to face other good bats. I had no problem. I mean, I wouldn't have criticized them necessarily if they decided to do that, but I had no problem at all being like, go after this kid. Make a pitch, get him out. He was 0 for 2 in the game. A strikeout and a pop-up or something.
You think any of the kids are saying that right now?
Probably not.
What do you think they're doing?
Maybe some of the parents.
Yeah. You think the coach is getting some heat?
There's probably some people talking.
Do you think that they're going to have like a meeting amongst families to see if the coach should come back?
No. That would be ridiculous.
Okay.
I hope not. I don't know what Bridgewater I mean, if they're that intense about it, I guess, but hopefully not.
So is it because you love baseball that or just it was the home team and you wanted to?
I think the Little League World Series is a great product.
I actually do too.
It's a great product.
And I was watching the softball World Series here. I wasn't really out, but it's kind of interesting. You have that mentality about Little League baseball. I think when I watch the Little League World Series, I'm looking for a star.
Yeah,
I'm like, I don't think I'm watching it because it's Little Leaguers playing. I want to know who's like the guy that stands out that's going to be on Sports Center, and then the guy, hey, remember that kid? So do you ever think back to people like that? Like the only one I can really remember is that the kid that was overage, Danny Almonte.
Yeah.
Well, you were probably playing back when he was.
It was a couple years after me. The one I remember because he was my year, and now he's on the broadcast, is Todd Frazier, Toms River, New Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
Had a legendary run through the Little League World Series.
Yes.
They won the whole thing. They beat Japan. He was awesome. I think, don't quote me, but the championship game might have been 1-0 or something, and he hit the home run. He was like the legend of the Little League, the American legend of the Little League World Series.
Sports cards, Todd Frazier.
Yeah.
Big because of people remember him as a childhood star.
Yeah. He was on the field with Derek Jeter. After they won 98, they went to the New Jersey. They went to Yankee Stadium. There's a picture of him with Jeter on the field. Yeah. I just think it's a good product.
Who are some other stars? There was some.
Who played? He played for the Cubs. He played for the Yankees. He's the lefty. He played for the Dodgers.
That's who I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
He was chubby.
Cody Bellinger.
Oh, he's still going?
I think he was a Little League World Series star. I think. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah. I saw it this morning that the kids lost on a walk-off home run. Imagine that's your story. Yeah.
They're still in it.
Only
their first game.
I know. 2026. Went to the Little League.
They had their
Series.
chances.
We lost the first game on a walk-off and went national.
Well, I mean, the other thing so I forgot this. It's easier than ever to get to the Little League World Series. Not like when Frazier went, they didn't have as many American teams go. So you had to win the entire Eastern region to go. So that was New York, New Jersey, all of the New England states, Pennsylvania. You had to win all of that to go. Now you just have to win New England, and Connecticut's not even in the New England tournament.
I don't know how the hell that happened.
Yeah.
This is why
Rhode Island, Mass, and New Hampshire, Maine, and Vermont.
For the people who think Connecticut is not part of the New England states, the Little League World Series doesn't think so.
No, and Connecticut's a good baseball state. A lot of good players in Connecticut.
I had to look it up. Lance Lynn was a kid who played in '99 in the Little League World Series.
Okay.
Cody Bellinger, as you mentioned, obviously played for Chandler, Arizona, but was, I think, MVP of the league, right? Was he once?
I don't remember if he was MVP of the National League.
He won a championship, but trying to think of who. The other one that I remember this kid. Remember Jerickson Profar?
Yeah.
He was like one of the biggest prospects ever.
Okay, he was a Little League World Series guy.
He was with Texas. I can't remember the story. 04 though. He was big in the Texas system.
Remember there was a girl that year that was pitching, Monica Davis or something like that. I think Davis was her last name. That was a few years ago.
We know Jason Varitek played
Yep.
in 1984.
That's way before, though.
And then Ceddanne Raffaella.
Was he?
Yeah, Ceddanne Raffaella, Little League World Series.
I didn't know that.
Now playing in the
good player
Boston Red Sox. He's having a very good year. Right now, since the All-Star break, leads all outfielders in RBI.
No way.
And he's one of the top doubles. I think he has the.
And doesn't Wilyer Abreu lead the league in home runs? One of who leads? One of the Red Sox was leading the league in home runs since the All-Star break.
Oh yeah, Abreu.
Yeah,
he's second in RBI.
Okay,
and he has the number one defensive runs saved in baseball right now.
It's pretty good.
You brought up something that I think we should discuss.
Yes.
Yesterday, Contreras.
Yeah.
Had a Wilson. I don't know why I said Jose.
He played for the Yankees, didn't he?
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, was that
a Cuban pitcher.
El Duque? No, El Duque Contreras.
No, El Duque was Orlando Hernandez.
Yes, but Wilson. No, they had another one.
They had more than one El Duque.
No,
I think Jose Contreras was a big Cuban.
Yeah, that was
pitcher,
the one the
wasn't
Red Sox were in on, and he ended up going to the Yankees. Yeah. Okay. El Duque Hernandez, Wilson. Okay, gotcha.
Orlando Hernandez.
And then this is Wilson Contreras.
Wilson Contreras, yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
Not to confuse everybody.
All right.
Got into it again with a fan yesterday. And I'm curious the reaction, because Mark Dondero brought up somebody else that's had interactions with fans. We'll leave it there. We'll get into that on the other side. You can call in at 617-779-0985. I see people on the lines right now, so we'll bring this up. We'll talk to you. We'll do that next here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Toucher and Hardy, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
What's up, guys? Let me tell you my friends over at Bally's in Lincoln, Rhode Island. And
Down. So 2 away as the run does score, but now 7-6 with the bases empty for Caleb Durbin.
All right, back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. Good morning. It is not Fred. It's not Hardy. It's not John. It's Joe Murray. And it's Mark Dondero. And that is Jerry Cantrell playing the guitar from Alice in Chains.
Jerry Cantrell ain't no Rick Astley, though.
Oh, come on.
You see this on the screen right now?
Oh, I didn't see
One of the most awkward music videos of all time.
Can you give me the beginning? I know you have. This is one.
Ain't no stranger to love. Yeah, it's so. How did you have that so fast?
It's called hotkeys.
Wow.
In the system, we have these hotkeys.
That's it. And so do I.
Yeah, right now MTV Classic.
Yeah, it's unbelievable when I shout out to whoever puts this on because it's always on when I walk in here and there's always a banging video.
It's Nick.
Understand. Californication I came into the other day. Red Hot Chili Peppers video, one of the best videos of all time.
You know, if you were to do a Halloween costume of Rick Astley, what would it be?
That trench coat, I guess.
You know, I think I'd wear a Rick Rolled shirt.
That's a good one.
I feel like I got to get you one of those.
Got to get me one?
Like you
yeah.
Or like
I wear that.
Like you, instead of you've been Rick Rolled, you've been Donderoed.
I don't know what type of verb.
I don't know how do we
what
do
is
that? Donderoed?
I don't know what that would mean.
I don't know either. I'm trying here.
If we could make it work, I'm for it, but I don't know what that could mean.
Rick Rolled. Mark, no. Guy, I'm going to work on that. But yeah, you could also just have the microphone. Like you standing up. Or you could also get that jacket, like the Dick Tracy looking jacket.
Yeah. Like how did nobody say, hey, you know what? The dancing isn't really working. Let's do something else.
So white T-shirts, clapping.
All he's doing is
slapping,
clapping, and moving his arms around. And random people appearing in and out of different cuts. I mean, whatever. What are we going to talk about? Go to something else.
It's okay. Rick Astley is on our television with 2 women. And he only has 2 moves. He has the up and he has the clap hands.
But the women, I mean, they're not dressed as performers. They're just kind of, it's like somebody you just took out of the mall and they're dancing.
It's like you put a pair of sunglasses on Ryan Beaton and he just starts moving.
Yeah. Jeez.
Speaking of moving, Wilson Contreras last night grounds out, forces the runner over to third, didn't run out the ball like going down the line, and he got booed again. I'm going to tell you, I have zero problem with it. Normally, I'm a run the ball out. He wasn't dogging it. He wasn't not doing it because he was mad. He moved the guy over. He's dealing with a bunch of things. It's no excuse, but I think that him chirping a fan he's calling somebody out. Someone called him out. He's calling him back. I like passion in a player, in a veteran. But this guy did this in other markets. Like in Chicago, he's St. Louis. They thought thought he had too much passion. So I have no problem with it. I am kind of interested in your opinion on it. And then you made a comparison of, wow, look how they treat Wilson Contreras versus Jarren Duran. And I would say last night, Jarren Duran should have came down with a catch to help the team win the game. Instead, he didn't, while Wilson Contreras continues to do things to help the team win, but is not running out balls because he's literally fighting to stay on the field to help the team.
Duran homered. Should have made that catch. Tough catch.
Addition by subtraction, though.
Yeah.
He hits the home run, and then he gives up a couple of runs.
Yeah, so my point is, and it wasn't so much an indictment on Wilson Contreras. I don't care. I mean, look, I'm not going to get on a professional baseball player because he wasn't hustling or going 100% on every ground ball that he hits. That would be obtuse of me. But I'm just saying, I don't think it's ever it's ever in your best interest as a pro athlete to have a negative interaction with a fan. I just never think it's a good idea.
It's a losing.
It's a losing. It's exactly right. And you want to have a positive interaction with a fan, fine. A negative one with a fan, you're stooping to their level. You're going down into the gutter with it. I just never think it's a good idea. Jaron Duran gets crushed for it. And I think when Wilson Contreras does it, he should get crushed for it too. It's not about him not hustling or anything like that. You do you. You do things to help the team win. That's fine. I've never had as big of an issue with Jaron Duran as other people. I think he plays hard. I like guys that play hard. Is he the perfect player? No. Is he choppy in the field? Yes. Does he do some stupid boneheaded things sometimes on the bit? Whatever. But I think he plays hard. I like the fact that he turns or had that stretch there where he was turning almost every single into a double. I think he can come up with some big hits at times. And yeah, is he too many? Is he too sensitive? Yes. Does he have rabbit ears that I don't like? Yes. But I mean, don't interact with the fans in a negative way. So if you're going to get on Duran for that, you should get on Contreras for that. I don't like it, and I didn't like him doing it. I don't like Duran doing it. Just focus on playing baseball and helping the team win. That's all.
You're not wrong, Mark. I just think that Wilson Contreras has done more for us to give him a break.
Fine. But again, that doesn't give him leeway to have negative interactions with fans.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it's ever worth it.
The season's not over yet.
Yeah.
Like, what would Wilson Contreras do if they lost a playoff game at home and got chirped out, you know? What was his response, by the way, Ryan? This was Wilson Contreras after the game regarding the scuffle?
Yeah, and nothing. He was inviting me to dinner. And I was like, no. I was like, nah, I'm good with that.
Where are we going to go?
I don't know. He was just inviting me to a dinner. He didn't name any specific place or restaurant. So
I thought that was handled well.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So just okay, Mark. I let's just say this. I agree with what you're saying, but we're talking about Jaron Duran. Like, yeah, he plays hard. He's probably going to go 20. He's probably going to break his most home runs in a season this year. He's going to be a 2020 season guy again. Like, Jaron Duran has some pretty good accolades. But last night I thought he dropped the ball in the outfield that he should have made. So
should have made that catch.
I'm more on Duran about his ability in games than I am about him on fans. Like, I know he's dealing with mental health and I'm sensitive about it. The game that he told Contreras to tag up, that was stupid. That was costly to the team.
Yeah.
He called out Wilson Contreras and the third base coach. That was irresponsible. The team handled it. They backed him. Wilson Contreras said, everything you said. Oh, we love him. I love him like that. He plays hard and we know who he is. So the way you're talking about him, they feel that way too. I just think as a fan, you can root and hate who you want. I don't care. But I think this really is Wilson Contreras is producing at a high level, and Jaron Duran's not. And I think in Boston, we enable people, right? Manny Ramirez was enabled for years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how many times did David Ortiz argue about a stat or something in front of the media? You know, and Francona had to be like, all right, man, we'll take care of it. We liked those players because they were good and they performed and they could do whatever they want. It's just, I think that's what this town is. But I think people respect the hustle of Duran. I just think that the Red Sox think so highly of him that he makes great plays. But also last night, I thought he cost the team, and he's not the first time he's done it.
No,
like there's a few games this year where I can be like Duran was responsible, and there's probably a few games where I could say he's won him a game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think just people want to. They're more locked into when he screws it up.
Yeah,
and that's the
when
way it
he's
is.
bad. I think people like to jump on him.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people in town like that, right? When they're struggling. I mean, Rutschman, people were starting to pile on that one. Then he has two big games, and yet yesterday they sat him.
Yeah, that was. I didn't understand that.
He pinched hit in the ninth and almost had a hit off the Mons. So I think he's going the other way well. But I think it's a good argument, Mark, about, one guy. I'm not going to use special treatment, but Contreras can have an outburst with a fan, and we're all like, "Oh, you see that? Look at that! That's a leader.
He's ready to fight him." Yeah, like it's funny.
I love that guy.
Cool, yeah.
He's on my team.
No. It's not a good thing, and there are things that Duran does that I wish Contreras did more of. And again, I'm not going to crush him. They're pros. They know what they're doing. I'm just saying there are aspects to Jarren Duran's game that I appreciate, and I wouldn't be surprised, Joe. It wouldn't surprise me one bit if they ever got into the playoffs and it was Jarren Duran who got hot or did some things that helped them get over the hump and get to a different level. I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, agree.
You never know.
My thing is, I think we talked about this yesterday. So Roman is going to play tonight, and then I think Worcester on Saturday, or he's playing 2 more games this week. They gave him the day off yesterday.
I'll add that. I saw that. I just forgot to put it in.
It's fine. If he comes back, I think there is a debate about him in the left field or DH. But my thing is this: would you rather Duran or Roman Anthony in left field?
I think
I honestly. In our head, I think Duran would be better,
yes.
But I don't think he is.
Well, I don't think you're getting a huge upgrade, if any, with Roman Anthony. And I just think for the psyche of Jarren Duran, I think it'd be better to keep him in the outfield as long as it's not a disaster, and and then just move Roman Anthony into the designated hitter spot. I think that would be more seamless, but I don't think either one would be a disaster.
All right, let's talk to Rob in Scituate. Rob.
Hey, good morning. What's up?
What's up?
Hey, remember a couple of years ago, the Little League introduction, Big Al, and I hit dingers?
Yes.
That kid was awesome, man.
What happened to him?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think he might have just kind of fizzled out. I know he was
awesome.
on like one of the late night talk shows, but I don't think anything became of him.
Yeah, he that was
Great
awesome.
introduction, though.
Do you know what I always find that's funny is when they show a card of a young kid in the Little League World Series, it's always like things you like, and some dude wrote babes.
Yeah, that's one of the best parts of it. They have all their interests, their favorite singer, their favorite, their favorite ice cream. Like I enjoy seeing all the little get to know me facts.
Hi, my name's Alfred D'Elia. At home they call me Big Al, and I hit dingers.
There you go.
He's so authentic.
I could have seen you doing something like that back in the day.
Hey, what's up? I'm Joe from Boston.
Yeah.
I like Pleasant Cafe Pizza.
Yeah.
And I go deep. Let's go to break. Hey, the Bruins are going somewhere. Mark Dondero is going to tell you right now. Oh, and you know what? We have a giveaway as well. Score a pair of tickets to see Patriots versus Eagles Saturday night at Gillette Stadium. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Should I give it away right now, or is that just the tease? What do you think? All right, well, we're going to be giving away tickets, so stay tuned for that. Here's Mark Dondero with the headline.
Sports Hub headlines.
The games are on super early.
Yeah.
The when the British Open was on, that was very distracting in studio for the guys.
So Ryan Johnson from Germany in the morning here.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. So yeah, we would be like off the air.
You wouldn't Fred wouldn't, you guys wouldn't be working.
Yeah.
Who would be working that morning? You think they'd still bring in Wallach for that?
Well, like when they preempt Felger and Maz, like nobody's usually in studio.
Mark, do you want to do the headlines for the Munich Bruins game with JJ Peterka in his home country?
I will talk to Jim.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any buzz for this one? Does this get you excited? Hockey in Germany?
No. I don't like international crap.
I like that when the NHL has events, the Bruins are involved. I like that. The Winter Classic.
Yeah, but that's different.
The Lake Tahoe one a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm being consistent on the other things the NHL does. The Bruins are involved. Even the Olympics, they're involved. The Hockey Cup or whatever it is, the Bruins had a big involvement. And now when they go on the road or these global series, the Bruins are involved. So I guess that makes the Bruins, like around the world or around the NHL, a team they see often. And they've been a playoff team last year, but I know they struggled a year. But they've generally been a playoff team, the Bruins.
Generally. What's your take?
I mean, I guess the take is that whenever the NHL has some event, the Bruins are featured.
It's an original six franchise, a good market, good hockey city. Maybe they know that the organization enjoys being a part. I don't know.
Are you anything on JJ Peterka? You know his game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm for it, for the signing, for the acquisition. I don't necessarily think that's going to get them. Is it going to be an electrifying offer or a situation where they're going to be able to get to a different level? I don't see that necessarily, but I'm open to it, and we'll see how it starts. I still think they need to prove to me that they can draft and that they can develop players from their own pipeline before they're really going to get to where they want to go. Until I see that, and I'm not talking about goalies. We know they can do that with goalies.
Yeah. I'm trying to mention something about the Bruins every once in a while.
Yeah, I can see that.
Summer. You can see them. It's obviously they're partners here at the station.
Yeah,
but I feel like they should be taking a jump from last year. They were a playoff team. They had the identity of their coach.
Yeah.
I actually thought that Jeremy Swayman was a really good goalie.
He was really good.
But they have some holes. And I having Peterka at $7.7 million with Pastrnak and Zacha, like that sounds like a good line. I think they're going to be faster this year.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that they're championship quality.
I don't know if they have the guys.
So it's like, is it worth? This is what I mean. Should I be mentioning the Bruins on a daily basis when really
on a daily basis,
or throwing it in every once in a while here? Like they've been giving the rankings recently. Charlie McAvoy was ranked 11th in the NHL as a defenseman. I think it's right.
Did I see Ty Anderson doing some baseball writing? Does he do that typically?
I mean, they're a digital team.
Yeah.
I'm sure they do.
Okay.
Multiple things. What did he do something for baseball?
I thought he did something for baseball, but this is totally unfair. But when I saw that, I just for whatever reason view him as such a hockey guy. I just said to myself, "Oh, the Bruins must be completely irrelevant." He's ready for baseball
because you're exactly,
which is not the right take, way to look at it.
Part of the discussion.
But I just thought, like, my first thought was, geez, they got him writing about baseball. They don't even care to talk about There's nothing really to say.
And then today we see the Munich, Germany thing. I just bring it up because of Peterka.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's fine. Yeah. I like that's a nice thing. But I like it better when they go to relevant places. Like Germany isn't really. That's why I don't really like the NFL going internationally. They're not football hotbeds. I'd rather them go to a football place or a hockey place.
Oh, I guess I should mention Sturm
Is he German?
German
I think he is.
was the coach
Yeah.
of the German.
Yeah.
And then they just hired another guy that was part of the German team that was with the Devils. I
So
think.
maybe there's more German hockey players.
Maybe there's
Yeah.
a presence here,
Sure.
and that's why they're. I get it. I just is it the Winter Classic a couple of years ago at Fenway where DeBrusque had the game-winning goal? I was out that day.
Yeah.
Oh, that was.
I love the Winter Classic. We used to play in the media game.
Ooh.
Yeah. Me and Tom Caron out there playing.
Wow, we should bring that up to him.
You can bring that up to him.
Tom Carroll will be joining us at 8:20 today. That game had to be 20. When was that game? 2019.
It was 2010. There was a game. I played in a media game in 2013, but that might have been. I don't know if that was a Bruins thing or if it was like a college hockey thing, or I forget. 2014, 13, somewhere in there. It was December 2013. I played in that game.
They had one on New Year's Day recently. At Fenway, and I went, and it was awesome.
Yeah. They didn't play the Bean Pot there, but BC and BU have played some games at Fenway.
It was January 2nd, 2023. So it was January 2nd.
Mm-hmm. Bruins.
Jake DeBrusque scored 2 goals in the third period. They were down 1-0. Scored the game winner. Linus Ullmark, 25 shots saved in front of a sold-out crowd of 39,243.
Nice. Yeah, it's a great product.
They wear those 1970s Red Sox uniforms when they showed up.
Yes, that was awesome. Bergie getting off with the old Red Sox. It was the 70s? I thought it was even before.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then in 2010, they beat the Flyers.
Who got the winning goal that day?
2-1. Marco Sturm.
That's right.
Game-winning goal in overtime
And
from
he jumped on the glass.
Patrice Bergeron.
Oh, yeah?
Mark Recchi tied the game in the third.
One of my favorite goals, the Sturm overtime winner in the first Winter Classic. It was a great Bruins goal.
And there's your Bruins segment. We'll have more.
Da-na-na-na-na.
Yeah, Zombie Nation. Yeah. Did I get you hyped for hockey season, Ryan Beaton?
There's your Bruins minute. Did you enjoy it? As Felger would say.
Felgy.
So I said this to you yesterday. JJ Paterka, AJ Brown, Paul George. Let's just take AJ Brown out of it. Paterka or Paul George? Who's going to have a better season?
Why do you want me to be high on Paul George?
No, I want you to answer the question.
Paterka.
Okay.
I think George will be fine.
Yeah, I actually have more expectation for Paterka as well.
Yeah.
Because Paul George is going to...
I think George will be fine, but nothing that's going to move the needle.
But, think of that. All right, so if we did 4 who would be, the Red Sox biggest acquisition this year in the offseason?
In the offseason?
Yeah. Was it Sonny Gray, you say?
What about... Is it Contreras?
Okay.
Yeah.
They've worked out.
Yeah.
So, that would have been the Red Sox version, I guess. But, yeah, the Celtics will have Paul George as their big acquisition, and Paterka as the Bruins, and A.J. Brown.
Robinson.
I just was wondering who would have... It should be A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
Hoping it's Paterka. That's all.
Okay.
All right. I want to do some funny stuff. Can we...
This is the funny stuff.
I just got to do... There's some stuff out there that there was a sandwich I saw that I wanted to talk to you about as well. We'll do all that and more. Mark Dundero's here. I'm Joe Murray. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
More Dutcher and Hardy on the way on the Sports Hub.
By all accounts, the Patriots, they had the significant edge over the Eagles during day one of their joint practices at Gillette Stadium. Drake May, 15 for 18 during 11-on-11s. A.J. Brown, a big day against his former mates. The two teams will do it again on the practice field today before their preseason game on Saturday night. The Boston Bruins came out early this morning. They're headed to Munich, Germany for 2 games next season as part of the 2027 NHL Global Series. Finally, the Bridgewater Little League team suffered a tough 2-1 loss last night in the Little League World Series, their Little League World Series opener, after New Jersey's stud Mason Rincon hit a walk-off home run in the bottom of the 6th. Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by the Colossal Lobster Rolls at the 99. Made with tender North Atlantic lobster, the fries with fries and coleslaw. Served hot buttered or with just the right amount of mayo and celery. You gotta love the 9s. I'm Mark Dondero for Boston's Home for Sports, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Next update in about 30 minutes.
Boston Talk Sports.
Drake May. We all know what, but we won't say what. Yeah, worst take on these airwaves in the last 24 hours.
We may not take a call today.
The Sports Hub.
And we're back. Toucher and Hardy on the Sports Hub.
Mark, let's have some fun. Let's
have some fun.
Let loose a little bit.
Okay.
Have you heard what's happened over at Penn State University?
A little bit.
Big cocaine ring bust at the school.
Yeah. It's tough.
And well, they were using the nicknames T-Rob, and I believe it was the Delta Fraternity House, according to documents. Alleged drug kingpin T-Rob was accepting payments through a Venmo account with the username Tom Robinson. It's an informant. So I think we have ourselves a rat situation.
Okay.
It's rats, rats. Like, remember when he did that in, what was that?
The Departed? That was a great scene.
So, yes. So they did a big investigation and they found out a lot about this guy, and he was doing stuff through Snapchat and all that stuff and whatever. But there's a lot of nicknames for these people. Have you heard any of these?
I came across a couple of the nicknames.
Do you have any in front of me? I was trying to find a few in this this report here as I'm reading it from the New York Post, which doesn't always give me the most information.
So let me look at the one that I like the best because I saw it. I think I had it in the Slack from yesterday, and now I forget it. But it was something. Here we go. Pablo Pledgeskabar, which I guess is a nod to another. By the way, we shouldn't even be talking about this, but that's a nod to Pablo Escobar, the Colombian drug king. If I have that right,
correct.
Do you know how much money he made? Go look up how much money he made trafficking drugs. I mean, it's ridiculous. I couldn't believe how much money he made. And I'm not endorsing it.
Was he in with? You ever see the movie Blow?
No.
You never saw
Blow?
Blow?
I've heard of it. I've never.
Johnny
I
Depp
don't
and
see movies.
Penelope Cruz.
I missed that one.
But I believe that in the movie, that guy George was doing business with Pablo Escobar.
Yeah. I mean, he made. I thought it was in the billions of dollars. Billions.
What about Snow Paterno?
That's tough.
I heard that one. I like that one.
You got something for me, Ryan, on this?
Well, we have a little bit of a news story here we can play.
Oh, we do? Okay. Well, all right. Thank you, Ryan.
Sum it up a little bit.
Let's hear it.
A surprising discovery on Penn State's campus. Police say 2 fraternities have been tied to a multi-state drug trafficking ring. As Caroline Elliott reports, more than a dozen arrests have been made, and the investigation is still ongoing.
From frat pledge to possible prison time, Pennsylvania police say fraternities are behind a complex drug trafficking ring at Penn State.
This goes beyond just some students making bad decisions, right? This is a full organized crime enterprise that crosses multiple states.
Prosecutors busted 14 past and current fraternity brothers accused of spending thousands of dollars on cocaine, cutting up the drug, and transporting it to multiple states.
No, wow, okay. All right, well. Penn State University there,
Not a good look.
Great place to go.
Let's make cocaine legal.
There's a lot of I know a lot of people that went there.
You do?
A couple people.
Are they a part of these fraternities?
I don't know. Has this been going on? Is this like a legacy thing?
I think so.
Oh, that's even worse.
I think so. Penn State just can't stay out of the news. Man.
No.
I
know upstanding people that went there, though.
I know. Me too. They just never get it right. Hey, can we hear this beaver story? Can you want to set it up for us, Ryan?
Yeah, so we played a clip from Detroit yesterday, Detroit News Channel. This is, I believe, the beaver story that we're going to play is from Good Morning Detroit. So back-to-back mornings with a Detroit news story.
Okay.
That is if you can provide yourself with food, and again, they're ice fishing because everything is frozen, and you're looking for fat in the beaver.
Yeah,
the beaver is the beaver is the most sought after.
It is.
Ryan, do you think you could
pause?
So it escalates. The first thing that opens the door is when she says you're looking for more fat in the beaver. So that's what kind of gets the ball going. That turned the engine on. And then she hits it with the hammer here.
So more fat in the beaver.
Yeah.
Okay. Why do I feel like that's a rap line?
Ryan, do you think you could eat beaver?
Oh, see, and she knew it. I guarantee she knew what she was doing there. She knew it.
This most sought after.
It is.
Ryan, do you think you could eat beaver?
Okay, so I'm going to say, listen to me. I used to work in local news, okay? I'm out of local news. Nobody's going to hire me. I'm never going to work. I don't think I'm ever going to get that job again where I was like a sports anchor. This is what all local news is so stale now, so obsolete. I would lean into this all day, every day. This type of stuff. Forget about this newsmakers, journalistic, eyewitness news. Forget it. This is what should be. This should be a part of what these local news stations do. Fun, funny, off the cuff, reality type of stuff. They need people creating content, following people around. They need people that have personalities, not just these prompter readers. Nobody cares. My mom watches the local news. Do you know anyone that watches local news on a regular basis?
Besides our moms?
They need to evolve. And this type of stuff would be a way to evolve. But nobody's ballsy enough to do it. They're scared of being the ones to make the change. They just want the old way and the way they all came up. It's so outdated. No one cares. Figure it out. Figure it out. You want to make noise? Have some balls. Figure it out.
Okay.
Ryan, do you think you could eat beaver?
You ever see the movie The Ugly Truth? Jerry Butler, Katherine Heigl. Great movie. I like it. It's funny.
Might have to see it.
It's hilarious. But there's a scene. They're a local news station. They hire this X-rated guy. He talks a bunch of dirty, raunchy things, sex-related topics. But there's so many good interactions on the desk that I think if you brought, maybe this is a little larger than life, but if you brought some of that to real life, you'd actually get people interested in local news again. It'd be funny.
So is this about beaver attacks? Why are we talking about
that is if you can provide yourself with food, and again, they're ice fishing because everything is frozen, and you're looking for fat in the beaver.
I don't know why she went with fat. Where did the fat in the beaver come from?
So they were talking about something that had nothing to do with beaver.
I think she just went there.
Because I have read that there has been 3 beaver attacks in Maryland recently. And I didn't know that beavers were something that would attack you.
Is that where this broadcast was?
No, this is in Detroit.
Oh.
So I think was that why you guys found this story? Because it's Detroit?
Well, there was a recent story about a guy being attacked by a rabid beaver. Apparently they can get pretty aggressive.
Yeah, I was reading that a 10-year-old was attacked. A swimmer recently attacked. Both beavers caught and tested positive for rabies. Mm-hmm. So you don't want to get bit by it.
No, those that would suck.
Is that it on the beaver?
No, there's some more here.
Oh, let's hear more beaver.
It's fat and then it's meat.
It made them all sick, though. They all got sick after it.
Well, yes, you can't eat diseased animals.
Wait, you can't eat the beef and the what?
I think she said you can't eat diseased animals.
Oh, okay.
After it.
Well, yes, you can't eat diseased animals.
Oh, okay.
What about a moose?
A moose?
Yeah, I don't know anything about this show,
Okay.
Dina, but you're really funny.
Okay.
You are a really funny gal.
Funny how? Funny like a clown?
He was all in on it.
Funny how? Like how?
I think
So basically she was talking about beaver and being hung and a moose.
She knew what
basically.
she was doing,
Yeah,
and he
she
knew
was, She was being raunchy.
That's right.
Is that acceptable?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, if that was said here during a radio show, it wouldn't be as. I don't think it'd be quite as funny because this is a little different than a local news anchor desk. When something like that happens on the anchor desk, all hell breaks loose.
It seemed like a variety show. Good Morning Detroit. So they're just chopping.
But still,
they're
though,
just
you're
chopping
at
it up.
But you're on the desk in a TV studio. It's a little more buttoned up.
I can be on. All right, so I like TikTok. Yeah, I know you're on a TikTok.
Yeah.
I like TikTok trends.
Yeah.
Like, can I give you one?
Yeah.
Have you seen one recently that basically says, if they ask people, basically like, how's your bush? They just say it.
You just walk up to somebody and ask them?
And you do it like, like we could get 5 people in the hallway.
Yeah.
And then just have them on a video. Just have 5 different people say it different way. How's your bush?
Oh, so Aurora, our intern, did that with Maz about whatever his saying is.
Like that goes right up my backside.
Right on my backside.
Yeah.
I thought that was gold.
Because it's off the. So that's what I'm trying
Like you
to say.
have to say it flirty, disappointed, whatever the 5 things were. Maz saying up my backside flirty was hilarious.
Those are TikTok trends.
Yeah.
And
I'm
she
for that.
used that trend.
That's right.
To do it to Maz's saying.
Yeah.
Which is what we should be doing. To your point. Like we should
I love
be
it.
doing that. And so like, but it's funny. I heard, a guy recently do that about your bush. And I said it in 5 different ways. And
Yeah. Do you want to do that? You want to go through the exercise?
We could do, we
Think
should
of
have had it yesterday.
an
with
appropriate
CC.
one?
Well, tomorrow's Friday. Let's think of something for Friday.
All right.
Like, let's think of something that's like going on that we can talk about. We have Tom Caron coming up from Nesson in a bit, but Mark Dondero, I've introduced him to something today, and I think we should all get in on supporting him on this. I am on Cameo. People reach out to me to do happy birthday wishes. Or
See, but
hey,
you're a way bigger name, bigger star than I am.
No, that's
Yes,
not
you are.
true. We work
You're the
together.
face of Nesson.
No.
With Tom Caron.
Okay.
And you're the star of the Joe Show. I have a sticker with your face on it.
That's true. I do have stickers with my face on. But no, we work together. We're partners, Mark.
Yeah.
And I'm on Cameo, and I think you should now get on Cameo.
I should get on Cameo.
And I think,
Why not?
I think
nobody responds. It's fine.
But here's the deal: like some guys are really expensive. I'm like the minimum whatever you can charge. Like I think I'm $10 or $15. I don't know what I am. But I have people, hey Joe, son loves the show. Can you give him a happy birthday wish? And I just have they write up, some things for you to talk, and then you just send a message. That would take you what, 5 minutes?
One take.
And boom, right in the old bin.
Mm.
And then when you get 5, you can get a free game of golf.
You pay for my Movon cards.
All of them. But I think we should get Mark Dondero on Cameo.
Thank you.
I think you should start setting it up right now.
I'm going to set it up.
You could be Boston radio Boston's personality. What would you call yourself?
I'd have to look at what
content creator.
I'd have to just look at kind of what you did or how you positioned your brand, and I would just go off of something similar, I guess. I don't know.
But I do fantasy football. I do drafts. Like
did you write about all that in the Cameo write-up? Oh, you did?
And know what's funny? AI just over time just puts one for you.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll just say some Boston radio personality.
I think we need Mark Dondero on Cameo.
Yeah, why not?
And I think it'd be cool to hey Mark, I know you like this or don't like this. My best friend's, birthday or bachelor parties this weekend. What can you send a message and they'll give you the details. It's cool.
You want to hear a portion of your AI description?
Sure, please.
Fans love when he shouts out their favorite local spots, from the North Shore beef purveyors to Rozzy pizza joints.
I didn't write that. That's funny. All right, we have Tom Karen. We should go to break. We got to get Mark Dundera on Cameo. We should do that before today or tomorrow, and maybe I'll request one for you.
You don't have
for
to do
somebody
that.
I know.
You don't have to do that.
No, but somebody I know might like it.
All right.
All right, we'll talk to Tom Karen of Nesson next here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Toucher and Hardy will be right back on the Sports Hub.
Little pop-up at first, backing up Tawa. Second baseman comes over. Tawa makes the catch, and that's the ball game. It ends in 10. Arizona salvages 1 in the series. Red Sox take the series, but drop this one today 7-6. A much-needed day off on Thursday. The Giants of Rafi Devers coming in on Friday.
All right, back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. I'm Joe Murray, joined by Mark Dondero today. We're in for the guys who I think are out for the rest of the week. So I think Mark's out tomorrow. And
doing Felger and Maz.
There you go. Mornings, afternoons. I'm on the nights. And another guy that's joining us right now here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. He's the host. He's an announcer. He's on the field. He's all over the Jimmy Fund. He's Tom Caron, and he's joining us here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. Tom Caron, of course, of Ness. And Tom, how are you this morning?
Morning, Joe. Morning, Mark. How are we doing?
How are you? Congratulations on the Jimmy Fund. You did an excellent job.
Thanks. Yeah, and everybody at Nesson really does an incredible job with this thing. 24th Jimmy Fund Telethon, and we just smashed the record. 5.7 last year was the most we'd ever raised. We topped the 7 million mark this year. Just an incredible effort, long couple of days, but just, the work being done at the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute is incredible. Brock Holt and I have been co-chairman of it for the last couple of years, and we've learned a lot about what's going on. So thanks to everybody who was working on it. Thanks to everybody who gave, and we're on to the next one.
And I watched this behind the scenes, Tom. My go-to is Mike Coppola. I love him. He's been working with him, and I haven't seen him, and he pops in every once in a while, but I saw all the effort he put in, and I saw you beginning, middle, end as well, man. So shout out, man. You've been doing this for a long time, and there was a big late push for you and Brock Holt to break that record. So congratulations.
Well, we had to go sell 50-50 raffles to get us over the top, so you don't, no, they always say no gift is too small. I like to point out no gift is too big either, and we actually had the Iverson family put us on the top, $1 million donation late in the game. And so it's just incredible. And you mentioned Mike Coppola. He and Anna Gregoire are the two producers who put the whole thing together for Nesson. And they, I'm grumbling because I'm walking in at 8 a.m. and they've been there for 4 hours at that point. So you're right. The people behind the scenes are the heroes.
You got it. All right, so great job. Mark Dondero, I'm not sure. He said you guys met each other years ago at a hockey event. Was that it, Mark?
We played, Tom, you probably don't remember, but we played in December 2013. We played it was the media game at Fenway Park, a hockey game. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it's funny. I saw a couple of guys over the telethon who were part of that too. We were talking about Wiggy, Jermaine Wiggins,
yes,
former Patriot, actually pretty good, beer league hockey player. Surprisingly, I made the mistake because I was like, player coach, don't ask him to play defense.
Yeah,
because he won't. Like we were winning, I think, by a couple goals at one point late, and he was behind the other net trying to score.
Yeah,
which is not how you protect a lead. So that's bad coaching.
I remember he chirped me in that game because I my shift was too long. Like, who are you, football player?
No, he just wanted to get on the ice.
Yeah,
that's all it was.
So obviously, Tom, I might have missed something that you've said in relation to the Red Sox. I'm just, from my perspective, obviously an incredible turnaround, but I'm just wondering if you could just tell me, what did you identify, or what have you identified as, I guess, the foundation of this turnaround? What is the face of the Red Sox turnaround in 2026, or who is the face of the turnaround?
Yeah, it's a question, I get asked all the time. I was talking to Chad Tracy the other day. He gets asked all the time, like, what's different, right? What changed? You want a simple answer. And obviously a lot has changed, but I still come back to, and more than anything, I call it just an understanding by these hitters of who they are. And what you saw in July is a team that had dropped 6 sacrifice bunts all season, dropped 7 in the month of July. Bunt singles, catching a line. And this was a team that, we come on, Jim Rice and I would come on every night and just show these big swings and the rising number of strikeouts. Well, all of a sudden, that same group was, with a guy on second base, was hitting ground balls to the right side of the infield to move the runner to third to get him 90 feet away from scoring, and dropping a bunt, a sacrifice to move him along. And so it was kind of I don't want to say small ball, because in this age, nobody really plays small ball, but it was situational hitting that I don't think we were seeing at the beginning of the year. And a team that had a really good pitching staff and had really good defense behind it wasn't scoring enough runs. And all of a sudden that 3.5 runs a game became 5 runs a game. And that was enough with this pitching staff to win. So I think if you're going to boil it down, Mark, that was the biggest change.
Pretty incredible. Refreshing, to say the least. I mean, not just the wins, but just the way they're winning. I just want to pivot for a second, because we were talking about something that I don't know if it's going to gain steam. I don't think it needs to necessarily gain steam. I'm just interested. We've heard Jarren Duran get pretty heavily criticized in the past for his negative interactions with fans. Now we're seeing it happen a little bit with Wilson Contreras. Are we being a little inconsistent with how we view some of those happenings, and where Contreras isn't as criticized, but Duran has been? And is there a reason maybe that it's been a little inconsistent based on what you've seen?
It's a good question. I don't know why the reaction is different. Maybe in the case of Contreras, because it is sort of surrounding an injury, right? The reason, and he said it again yesterday, he goes, listen, if I'm healthy, I'm not getting booed because I'm running that out. Mm-hmm. And the booing, is centered around him not running it out. He's done it twice. Did it right before the road trip. Talked about it with us on the road trip. I was on that trip, and, he's like, wow, you do it one time and they get on you. He's like, all right, I get it. And then yesterday didn't do it again, and then immediately cupped the ear to hear it. And then after, I thought he handled it well afterwards, saying guy was asking me to dinner and all that. But it's a good point. The reaction to Jarren is different. And maybe that's because with Jarren, sometimes it seems to come out of nowhere a little bit. Like you didn't wait. What just happened? I didn't see it. And I think in both of these cases with Contreras, it's because he's got the hamstring issue and hasn't busted it up the line and wanted people to know. It's a good question, though. It's worth watching. It's also worth watching to see if this continues, right? I mean, does he keep sort of playing the crowd, Contreras, or does is it the case that Red Sox fans are just going to have to figure out if this guy's banged up and if it's ground ball? And I thought it was interesting, and Jim Rice pointed this out post-game show yesterday. When he first hit the ground ball, he did start running up the line, made sure that the third baseman was up with it and threw across. Then he slowed down. But, yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. I mean, I thought it was pretty telling. We were in Toronto talking to him about it, and the whole time when you're asking questions, he's like bending over and stretching that hamstring. I think it's a problem, and it's going to be worth watching.
Yeah.
I think we saw Duran looking at his hand last night, too. I thought he should have come down with that catch. I know these things happen in games. Do you think he hurt his hand on that one? Is that something to watch?
Yeah, it is. And I think, these guys, you're in August now. These guys are all banged up. I mean, Dennis Eckersley used to say, I was healthy until I threw my first pitch of the season, right? And then you just keep going downhill from there. It is, he plays so hard. Jarren Duran, somebody said once, right, he runs like he's angry at the ground. And just the way he throws himself at it, that near catch early on, like Tully said, I thought it had no chance of being anywhere near a catch, and he almost got it. He sort of slammed down pretty hard on that one. So, you got to keep an eye on that. And, Roman Anthony's knocking on the door, so you hope you're going to get healthier and have more options here, but they need Durant, no doubt.
I just want to. I don't get to talk to Tom that often, so I just want to rifle through a couple. One here. Tom, the trade deadline. I thought it was a significant moment for the organization. It sort of signified, I don't know, a reawakening or whatever. It's maybe overdramatic, but I thought it was a big deal, and I thought it kind of drove home the point that this was a successful season. Did you see the trade deadline as significantly as I did, or am I overstating that?
No, I think you nailed it. And I think it's worth remembering, and I don't know if many people do, that, for the last couple of years talking about the trade deadline, the offseason, all of it, Sam Kennedy was pretty consistent in saying, there will be a time. He didn't say go all in. He certainly didn't say full throttle. They don't say that anymore. But, where there's going to be a time to add, there's going to be a time to invest in the group. And we know, listen, if it had been May, they weren't going to do it. If it had been June, they weren't going to do it. But by July, the team was rolling again, and they did it. So, yeah, to your point, I don't think it's like a change in philosophy like some people put it. But I think it's exactly what you said. It's an understanding that they believe they have built up a team and built up the depth and built up enough of a farm system that they can start flipping that prospect capital now to get players at the major league level that are going to put them over the top and make a run.
What type of how do you view the return of Rafael Devers, Tom, and what type of reception do you expect him to get?
We were talking about that yesterday. I think he gets cheered, don't you? Because I feel like when you look back at how it all went down, and I know, it's kind of, the perception of Ravi Devers has gotten worse since he left, right?
Yep.
But when he first left, the way they handled it in spring training, bringing Bregman in and clearly not having laid out a plan with him about the change in position, and then, the meeting out in, was it Minnesota that John Henry went out and met with him, and then coming back and then, pulling them off the plane and trading them on Father's Day. I think the fans are by and large, and I could be wrong. I've been wrong on these before, but I think, he's the guy hit the 10th most home runs in Red Sox history.
Wow.
And, he's the tied for the most by a player 28 years old or younger. And so I think he gets his moment. I'm more curious in how he handles it. Does he talk to the media? Does he blow us off? He's perfectly capable of doing that. That's what I'm curious. How does he respond to the return to Boston? But I think the fans will give him the ovation.
All right, Tom. Day off today for you. How many was this? How many days in a row you've been working?
It's been a lot. I think we're at 16 or 17 or whatever it's been. So we got a little golf. Well, we got a podcast this morning. We got 3:10 to left, Joe. So not a complete day off.
Awesome podcast name, by the way.
Thanks. Awesome. But then golf. Then we got golf in the afternoon. We'll be
excellent.
All right.
Just with that, before I let you go, Tom, you've been working a lot. As an author of many verbal missteps in my career, I just wanted the Dice K. I loved it. I loved every second of it. I just wanted to know how kind of you process a moment like that when you realize, whoops, that was the wrong name.
And
we've all done it.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought it up. Yeah, no, because it's funny. We've been sitting around in the morning and we were telling a story about Dice K. And so it's just the names in your head, right?
Yes.
And then you say it, and the unfortunate part is, and you guys have probably both been there, you say it, and something is going in the back of your head saying, wait, you just screwed something up, but you can't figure out what it is. So you keep going. But in this case, I'm throwing to an interview. So now you're dead for 3 minutes. You can't do anything about it. And, Amy Johnson, our producer, is like, you said Dice K. Like, oh, no, I didn't. And so then you come out of the tape and you correct it. And then you just wait for, the wave of reaction, which was a bigger wave than I expected.
Yeah, but you know what, though? It's so much.
But hang on, I do want to say, I want to say honestly, because it is a good reminder. And I've been doing this for a long, long time. It is a reminder, and this is on me. Like, I screwed up. I screwed up hard. And, you gotta just, it's always, no matter how long you've been doing this, I'll say to two guys and any young broadcaster, like, no matter how long you've been doing it, you got to kick yourself in the ass and slow down and make sure you get it right. We'd been screwing around during the rain delay, making jokes, having a good time on the rain delay, and I wasn't thoughtful enough with what I was saying and what I was doing, and it's a good reminder that you have to be all the time.
See, I think we should be leaning into this stuff more. Like, I'm glad you're laughing about it now, and we can talk about it because it's funny. Like, when I screw up, dude, oh my God, you got to lean into it, right? And sometimes, like on chat, like if Nesson misses the home run, I want to lean into it. Like, it's funny now. Like, you're owning it. It went viral. Like, dude, it's funny, and we all have missteps and whatever. But I love that you're owning it because we do this every day, Tom. Every day.
But it's again, it's not an excuse. You guys, the job is to get it right, and I didn't get it right, and it was a bad flub up. The game ended after this eternal rain delay, and by now I'm watching awful announcing tee off, and so I go, and again, I'm not rightfully so. I've laughed at things I've read on awful announcers that other people have done. So it's my turn now. Okay, I'm not. I'm not running away from it. But I go downstairs to the clubhouse for the post-game locker room, and Yataro, who is Masa's translator, sees me, and he comes running over with the phone like he's about to show me something. I'm like, dude, I am very aware. What I did. Trust me, I've seen it 100 times. And he just started laughing. And I talked to Masa and apologized, and he was laughing about it. And so that, once I knew he wasn't upset, then I could handle it a little easier.
I wonder if any Daisuke jerseys were sold that day.
Whatever I can do to help. It's funny, my college son, my oldest son, when he was in college, and it was one of his prized possessions, had this Daisuke Matsuzaka tapestry, like that he had bought for $5 at the team store after he got traded. And it was just this glorious, like 8x10 rug, not 8x10, bigger than that, like 5-foot rug of Daisuke that he hung in his college dorm room and had, and it's just, so I don't know. For whatever reason, Daisuke will always have a special place in my heart and clearly a special place in my mouth. So I got to be careful.
I was at a yard sale recently, like a garage sale, and there was a Daisuke CD. He has a music album.
Wow.
I didn't listen to it. I bought it, and then I gave it to somebody who's a huge Daisuke Matsuzaka fan. It was that comment, Tom, was actually, it was almost like nostalgic for me. I enjoyed it because that was a fun run. That was a fun phenomenon, the gyro ball.
Yeah, I think it was Talking Baseball. I was like, this is really bad news for the 2008 Red Sox.
Yeah, that was good. That was well put.
Todd, thanks for having fun with us, man. I'm glad you were laughing about it because it was.
Well, I mean, again, you laugh at it now, but it was a stupid mistake. I apologize if I offended anybody. But you watch it, you do it. You guys have been there. Like it happens. And then you sort of, refresh every 5 minutes. All right, where are we going with it now? What's next?
You're a pro. We love you, man. I appreciate Tom, Karen, and Nesson. Maybe I'll see you there. Enjoy your day off, bud. You've been working hard.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it.
You got it. It's Tom, Karen of Nesson.
I know exactly what he's talking about, where something went wrong. You said something wrong, but can't immediately identify it. I've had that happen during live shots. Anchor, it's not a good feeling.
So he's a pro because if I did it, I'd be like, yeah, man, I suck. And then we move on. He's like, nope, we got to get it right.
I appreciate that.
And I appreciate it, but at the same time, if it was me, I would lean heavily into it, and I suck.
Well, I mean, you know what, though? It's different. It is a little different you're talking so much, so long.
Yeah, and he is an anchor. I mean, I'd call him, I think he's the face of Nesson.
He is. We've established this. Next,
so
you and him.
Oh, okay. Can I be the next face?
Tom and then you. Yeah.
Okay. He's got. I just saw Charlie Moore 30 years at.
That's not a.
He does very well.
He does very well. But
I have
again,
to admit.
the fisherman's not going to be the face of Nesson. I need somebody that's a host.
Yeah.
Somebody that's in studio.
Yeah.
That's the face.
Yeah.
He's a little out there.
He is a little. No, I've went to dinner with Charlie. Of
course you have.
He's.
Did you eat something he caught?
No, we went to Karma. Have you ever been to a Karma?
No, is that
an Asian fusion?
North Shore?
Burlington? Is that is Burlington too far?
To me, that's North Shore.
Yeah. Anything past Waltham probably for you?
That's the line.
Yeah. The Daisuke was great.
That was great.
Like even when he
I watched it like 7 times.
I didn't care at all. I love him. I didn't care at all. I knew what he meant.
If you're somebody that gets that upset over something like that, I think you're a loser. That really bothers you.
Have you ever been on Cold Takes Exposed?
Yeah.
Me too.
Oh, yeah.
When I do it, I'm like, wow, you really thought that take was that good? Bad? Like, I didn't think it was that bad. I told them, we always do it at the end of the year. We do swing and miss takes for the year. I may have had one. I thought that the kid that the Celtics drafted this year in the second round, he shot 9% from 3 in college. And I said, they're just signing this kid just to keep him around. And no, they signed him to an NBA contract.
I feel like that's not a...
No, that's what I'm trying to say is and then I got Cold Takes Exposed. And I'm like, wow, this guy could still get cut.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
You know, like when you say, like Julian Edelman is a nice August player, that's a tough take.
There you go. Remember Bam Childress?
Yeah.
That was my guy in the Pats. Every offseason, he did it all. All right, we have to go to break here. I'm not sure what we're doing.
I have no idea what the clock is for this show.
I don't either.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. Nobody's here, I think.
Well, Ryan's monitoring things.
Weren't they all at camp yesterday?
Who's they?
Everybody. Didn't you say you ran into all the bosses?
Oh, all the boss. Yeah.
You ran into even Mr. Jonathan Kraft.
Yes.
We should pick up on that. What else did Mark Dondero see at camp yesterday? And the Christian Gonzalez story? Is it still a story? Oh, and remember yesterday we asked, what do you think the original offer was? We might have gotten an update on that.
Okay.
So let's hear that coming up on the other side. Here's Mark Dondero with the headline.
Sports Hub headlines.
The Red Sox, they
All right, back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. It's Mark Dondero and Joe Murray. For those that don't know, we do the post-game show. And Mark Dondero was at camp yesterday.
Fact.
Was there anything yesterday that stood out to you when you said,
Hold on, my phone is talking.
Huh.
What do you mean? What do you mean that stood out to me?
Like something that when you went to camp was like, I wasn't expecting that, or I didn't see that.
Wasn't expecting. I mean, nothing that was so shocking that I couldn't. I mean, I don't know if I thought. No, the answer's no.
Okay, so they were exactly.
No, I mean, did I think they were going to look quite as dominant as I thought they looked? I wouldn't have gone that far. They really looked good. But shocking? I've been saying I think they're really good. They might be loaded. So, yeah.
They might be loaded.
They might be I mean, look, it doesn't mean they're going to win every game. I'm just saying when you look at the depth in the defensive backfield, okay, we'll see what happens with Christian Gonzalez. When you look at the depth at wide receiver, when you look at how Drake May's playing, when you look at how the line is playing, Will Campbell held up really well yesterday. He's been good all during camp. The line is going to be better. The line's more athletic. The line is younger. I expect Travion Henderson to take a step forward. I mean, look, they have some weaknesses, but every team does. So I'm not going to freak out over the depth at edge rusher or middle linebacker. I think they're pretty good, and they've got a lot of experience based on what happened last year. I mean, I expect them to beat the Seahawks.
Opening night.
I expect them to win. I mean, I expect Drake May to look like an MVP candidate. I expect that, and I expect them as a result to win. That's what I expect.
Me too. I mean, I've already coined Super Bowl or bust. I think the championship game is, if they make it to the championship game.
See, I wouldn't go that far. I would say championship game or bust.
Okay. Yeah. And that's obviously more realistic.
Yeah.
But, I think if we're not doing a post-game show after the AFC championship game, I'm not saying it's a fail, but it's probably not a successful season.
And how they look along the way will also factor in. I mean, I'd like to see Drake May look dominant against a really good team.
Today they're working on red zone in their joint practices. As much as we heard that the Patriots dominated yesterday, they have, I don't want to say they've struggled in the red zone, but short yardage, they've had to get creative. May had to use his legs at times.
Yeah.
Curious to see what they look like today against that defensive line and working in short yardage. And generally, when you hear how good a team was one day, that team tries to return the favor the next day.
Yeah.
So I would probably expect regression today, or the Eagles might have more problems than maybe the Patriots do.
That's a good point. I would not be surprised if what the last thing you said was true. And I don't know, Joe, if they have the horses. They've got a great defensive line. I mean, Pop Douglas was cooking Cooper DeJean. He's supposed to be, he had an interception in the Super Bowl, big play for them. That's not supposed to happen. I don't know if Philly has the horses. And Jalen Hurts, I'm concerned, is going to be exposed this year.
3 interceptions yesterday.
I'm concerned he's going to become exposed.
I mean, who's his receivers? I know that Devontae Smith is
good
great.
receiver.
They got the kid Wicks from Green Bay, but he's more of like a slot, would you call him?
He's all right. He had one big game that burned me in a bet I made, but other than that, I don't think he's that great.
They drafted that kid Lemon.
That was a high pick.
I don't know if you saw him yesterday.
No, I didn't notice him at all.
Number 9.
Yeah, no.
Hollywood Brown's been in the league for a while.
Yeah,
but
is he a game changer at this point? He wasn't even really a game changer in Kansas City with Mahomes.
I mean, they need another receiver, dude.
Yeah.
Which probably brings up the conversation of Kayshon Boutte. Eagles could be in line for another wide receiver. Yesterday, Higgins went down for the Texans.
Yeah.
Well, they had Collins go down for the playoff last year. Now they lose Higgins.
Didn't they lose Tank Dell?
Who's trying to come back, but still.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe the Texans. I mean, I don't know if you'd want to trade with the Texans. But they're in need now of a outside X wide receiver.
I asked the question last year, I think before the season. I don't know if I have it on Twitter, but I asked, who would you take right now before the season last year, Drake May or Jalen Hurts? And it was kind of a conversation. That is even more interesting to think about now because it's not even close now. I don't think it is. And I think I'm worried for Jalen Hurts, not that I care, but I'm worried he's going to become exposed if they've lost a little of their mojo, if they don't have quite as dynamic a group for him to throw to. And, Saquon Barkley's really good, but I don't know. It's a running back. I don't know if he can replicate what he did 2 years ago. I'm not convinced that that's going to be the binky, enough of a binky for Jalen. I think they're going to have some issues this year. I think they take a step back, the Eagles.
I think their line will be solid, and if they handle the ball with Saquon.
Yeah.
But I've always questioned Hurts. Is he a Super Bowl champion? And was he one of the best players in a losing Super Bowl? Absolutely. In the biggest game, did he play well? No doubt about it.
But we saw it with Darnold. Mm-hmm. You can do it like that now. So credit to those people that the draft nicks of the Eagles and the Seahawks. They're elite drafting teams, and they were able to support those less than elite quarterbacks because they draft so well. If you draft that well, it's been proven the last couple of years, you can win a Super Bowl. You don't have to have Mahomes. If the Buffalo Bills could draft a little bit more efficiently with Allen, they would have won. They haven't done it. That's why that's why I keep saying the Patriots, a huge storyline last year, this year. What does the draft look like? We're going to find out a little bit more about Will Campbell and Travion Henderson this year. We're going to find out about Caleb Lomu this year. We're going to find out about Gabe Akis. If those picks are real and they hit, that's going to be a big deal, a huge deal. Now, good for the Patriots that they have this elite level quarterback, so that will make it a little easier. But, I mean, you still need to hit in the draft.
Would you trade Kayshon Boutte to one of these teams for a fourth-round pick?
No.
Me either.
For a fourth-round pick? No.
I mean, I don't know what he's going to go for.
Yeah. I wouldn't do it for a fourth.
I mean, the Texans might have to look at it and say they need another outside. I just don't know if you're the Patriots, would you trade him to the Texans, considering you could see him again?
Yeah.
Okay. Because they're going to be needy teams for a wide receiver. So like Barth seems to thinking that at some point he's probably going to get traded because of the ascension of Pop Douglas. How many times have you heard he's had a great offseason?
That's right. I got to see it in games. I've seen it in games with Boutte. I like Boutte.
Yep.
He produces.
I like Boutte a lot.
He produces.
I think he's still up and to the right.
Yeah.
And he's only getting better.
Yeah. I mean, Brown is legit. Before they really establish their identity offensively, I'd be uncomfortable trading Kayshon Boutte. He could be a huge part of the offense as the number 2 with Brown on the other side. That could be really dynamic. I mean, I know they're different types of players, okay? Totally different body types, height, all these things. But if you could create sort of a Jamar Chase, T. Higgins dynamic with Brown and Boutte, I could see Boutte becoming a T. Higgins type of target. Not the same player or style, but that type of production.
Well, I also think you could get 3 receivers on the field with Dobbs.
Douglas,
I think you
Collins.
Could put both Boutte and Brown outside and then you'll still have your time. I just think that Josh McDaniels this year and Drake May and all that, you said loaded, they are.
Yeah.
You want to go 12, you want to go, two running back, full back.
My sense is they are going to trade him, or I don't know, but it feels like they have too many guys. I mean, you just said it. Dobbs, Brown, Douglas, Hollins, Boutte. And I'll tell you another guy that's going to produce. Efton Chisholm's an NFL player.
Oh, I think
he's an NFL player. He's going to, I don't know where or how. Every time he gets the ball, it's something productive. How he's going to be an NFL player.
The thinking is if they keep him, he'll probably be inactive. But if there is a receiver that goes down, he'd be the guy that would get the look.
He's an NFL player.
A little slow, but he's an NFL player. Lemon didn't practice. He's got a hamstring. Mm-hmm. So the Eagles, they have lost Milton Williams and A.J. Brown in 2 seasons.
Super Bowl.
Those are 2 of the better players in the league.
Yeah.
And the Patriots have them. Mm. So you keep saying, are they loaded? Yes. They might have holes, but they're loaded.
It starts with Drake May. I mean, Byard and Woodson are excellent.
Byers.
And that's not even talking about the best corner, arguably, in the league, who we expect to be back. And then Marcus Jones is an outstanding slot corner, and you got Carlton Davis, who's always hurt. But as a number 2, solid. I mean, Carlton Davis can be Tyrone Poole. You know, that type of player. Mm-hmm. That's all he has to be on this type of team. Spillane was really good. Now, I know there's not a lot of depth behind him, but if he can stay healthy, that's a solid linebacker in the middle there. To go with Barmore and Willie, I mean, they're loaded. Loaded.
They're loaded.
Can they convert on that?
They're loaded. Mark Tondero.
That's what I think.
Patriots are loaded. He was there yesterday. He even talked to one of the owners.
Pearl Jam.
That's right.
Should have showed him my collection of Pearl Jam songs.
We do have another giveaway. We'll do that shortly. And we get the final hour of the show. And I kind of want to just kick back to what Schefter said yesterday regarding the Gonzalez situation. I think we should get into that as we have the final hour of the show. Mark Tondero, Joe Murray here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
YD. Okay?
Toucher and Hardy, mornings of the Sports Hub.
Skills.
All right, we get the final hour of the Toucher and Hardy program. All the guys are gone. They're out on vacation. It's a Patriots post-game takeover. Mark Dondero is here.
Yes.
I'm Joe Murray. And, I put the bat signal out because today's a big day in the area. You all may have heard of the old-time baseball game. And Steve Buckley of The Athletic is on with us right now. Steve, how are you, sir?
You know, I miss seeing Dondero at Patriots press conferences because it's just this isn't the same anymore. The back and forth between he and Belichick was like just so much fun. I used to love that.
I appreciate you, Steve. Thanks for saying that.
That was good stuff.
Steve,
he liked you, by the way. You know he liked you, right?
You know, we never had a personal interaction face-to-face, but I was never told to pipe down, so I guess that was a good sign. But thank you.
I think you. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I think you amused him.
Okay.
Well, Steve, I don't know. Today is a big day for you, the old-time baseball game, and I'm driving in this morning, and I'm like, you know what? We should have Buck call in, give him the nice 98.5 The Sports Hub rub about the biggest game of the year for you, Steve Buckley. Tell everybody about it.
It's the 32nd Abbott Financial Management old-time baseball game tonight at 7 o'clock at St. Peter's Field on Sherman Street in Cambridge. And we started it kind of by accident way back in 1994 when baseball was on strike. I was at the station across the street at the time, and I was on afternoon drive, and I said, screw baseball, let's just have our own game. And then people started calling in saying, oh, I want to play in this game. So we ended up having a game the next night. People called in and said, I'll pay $100 to play second base. And we ended up raising like $5,000 for the family for a scholarship fund for a postal worker who had died in a car accident. And it was supposed to be just a one-shot deal. And then we decided to have a second game and a third game. And then in 1998, we got the throwback uniforms, and here we are now.
Buck, can you give me just a sense, not so much of the history of the game, but any highlight that you remember over the years? Was there any noteworthy interaction on the field, a 514-foot home run, anything that jumps out over the years that took place in the game?
This is always my default mechanism when I'm asked that question. Pete Frates was diagnosed with ALS in 2012, and I had just happened to meet him months earlier when I emceed the Intercity League banquet, and I was seated at his table. And I reached out to him, and I wrote a column. I was at the Herald back then. And we invited him to be at our game that year. And he was the starting first baseman. And even by then, he was already symptomatic. And he was the starting first baseman for the home team. But the Red Sox, in Pete's number all his life was number 3. Ben Cherington was the GM at the time and showed up with a number 3 shirt because we had a number 9 Ted Williams uniform, throwback uniform, which he wore. Ben shows up in the field. There's a big, pregame thing. We put him in the number 3 shirt, which his family still has. Pete wore that shirt for all his appearances for many years afterwards. And he was the starting first baseman for one pitch, and he came out after the first pitch, and all the players on both teams ran out to first base. And this was not scripted. I didn't say, hey, run out and hug him. But the entire assemblage of players ran out to first base as he was coming off the field, and it was just such a great thing to see. And then he was doing a Zoom thing or whatever as late as 2 o'clock that night, still wearing that shirt, wearing eye black, talking about how great it felt to be playing baseball again.
Wow, that's an incredible story. Thank you for sharing that. I just real quick on the I guess a similar in terms of the guests you've gotten. Can you just tell us or remind us of any other noteworthy surprise type of guest that you've gotten over there? I'm correct me if I'm wrong. Did Jeffrey Mayer play in this game once upon a time? Anybody like that?
Jeffrey Mayer played in the game on the 10th anniversary, 10 years after he caught the fly ball by Derek Jeter. I was one of the people who ran out to right field to interview him because I was covering that game.
Wow.
And then when I heard that he was finishing up at Wesleyan, was it Trinity? I think it was Wesleyan.
Oh, that's right. I forgot he
Wesleyan.
played. That's right.
And I called John Casey, who's a friend of mine, who was the Tufts coach at the time, and I said, "Can you call the Wesleyan coach? Because we're on the NESCAC." And John called the Wesleyan coach. Wesleyan coach called him. Jeffrey called me, and he came and played in the entire game. Terrific guy. He's local now. He lives in New Hampshire. He's married. He's got 3 kids. Wonderful guy. We've become good friends over the years. And he actually came to it a few years back. So we've had Jeffrey Mayer play in the game. And get this, we've had Pedro Martinez go 2 innings, Roger Clemens go 2 innings, Tim Wakefield. This is a quick story. I had been trying to get Wake for years to play in the game, and I'd been trying to get Ray Bork to play in the game because Ray played baseball growing up. So finally Wake said, yeah, I'd like to do it next summer. A month later, I'm in the North End. Who do I see but Ray Bork? I walk up to him, and he puts his hand. I know. You want me to play in your game. I don't want to play baseball. And I said, no, Ray, we're all set. We got Tim Wakefield for next summer. And he says, whoa, wait a minute. You got Wake? And I go, yeah, he's going to pitch an inning. He said, oh, I got to play. I've always wanted to bat against him. It turns out they were golf buddies. And Ray, so we had Tim Wakefield wearing a Chicago American Giants Negro Leagues uniform. And we had Ray Bork wearing a Boston Negro League uniform from the early 20th century. And Ray got a single to left field off. Everyone won. Wake pitched a shutout inning, and Ray Bork got a single. It was awesome.
Well, just one more. That's great. One more. But what's the most iconic uniform, one of the old throwbacks that you have in the batch there that you love?
My favorite is the Cienfuegos Elefantes. It's a Cuban league uniform from the 1940s. As Ben Weiss, who handles, he's in charge of the uniforms, he claims it's my favorite uniform just because I love saying Cienfuegos Elefantes. But it's also like a gold uniform with green trim. It's a very garish, loud uniform, and the player who wears it always loves it because it's and the players, they're all college players, some high school players, some older players that we kind of throw in there for yucks. And they love wearing the uniforms because they're baggy and they're wool, and it's just fun stuff.
Steve Buckley joining us from The Athletic, the old-time baseball game, St. Peter's Field in Cambridge, the 32nd annual old-time baseball game to benefit the Boston home. And, of course, Rich Hill, Lou Maloney, Jake Peavy, and Manny Del Carmen will be in the house tonight. Will Jake Peavy bring the duck boat that he bought?
Everyone's been asking that. It'd be fun if he did, but it's more important that he be there. And I should point out, Manny's here because of you, because you brought it up when I was on your Nesson show earlier this year. And so I had been meaning to invite Manny, but you say, hey, I didn't get Manny. So Manny's there, and when Manny's going to pitch Rich Hill's going to pitch the first inning, Manny's going to pitch the second inning.
Wow.
And when he takes the mound, we're going to make a substitution in left field. Michael Hurley is going to start the game in left field.
Wow. Michael Hurley?
So we can. Well, we had him in the game 2 years ago, and he had asked to play. He goes up against his D1 flamethrower from D.C., who walks Hurley on 4 pitches.
Wow.
And we had to get him back so we can finally swing the bat. So we want to get him in the game early. He's going to bat in the first inning. And then when Manny takes the mound, Manny Del Carmen III is going to trot out to left field to replace Mike Hurley so that Manny's son is going to be on the field when he pitches.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. Manny has a great the Boston Baseball Academy here in the area, and he's helping a lot of the young kids. I think he was with the kid Baez that hit the 3 home runs the other night for the Cardinals. You see that, Buck? The kid from Dorchester.
It's such a. I'm kicking myself that we never had him in our game. That's a big loss on our part. I'd love to have had him. We missed on a few. He's one I wish I had, and I don't even know where we get we have a whole thing of coaches. I have nothing to do with that. And we're not like an all-star game. We're not a futures game. We're not a showcase game. And pretty much anybody who reaches out and wants to play, from Tufts, Bowdoin, Harvard, BC, some kid will just send us an email, or the dad or the mom will reach out. Yeah, sure, come on down. If you're good enough to play in college, you can play in our game. So, and I do want to point out, it's being played as a benefit for the Boston Home, which works with MS patients. And Gus Quattlebaum, who's scouting director of the Red Sox, he has MS, and he's done a lot of work with them. This will be the second year we've had Gus Quattlebaum at our game, and it was Gus who a year ago who got us Rich Hill, because we got moved back a day by rain last year. Brock Holt was supposed to be playing, but it was always understood if we couldn't have it on that night, he had to fly home the next day. So Gus called Steve Langone, who's a Red Sox scout, who I've known, because the Langones and the Buckleys are old friends from years back. So Gus called Steve Langone, who's now a Red Sox scout. Steve called me, and Gus got Rich Hill to pitch last year. 3 weeks after pitching for the Kansas City Royals, Rich Hill was on the mound for us last year.
Wow. I could have made it, Buck, but Manny Del Carmen and Rich Hill, being from Hyde Park, weren't doing me any big favors back then. And it's funny because I know that you shared the story. We had Manny in studio here, too, and the night that Manny got the day that he got drafted, you were at his house in Hyde Park, and he was at Old Country Buffet. Yet he got drafted in the second round, and he didn't even know it yet.
It's a great story. I was there. Bob Ryan from the Globe was there. It's like Lobel, Mike Lynch. It was like a big thing. Local boy does good. Your kid from Hyde Park's going to get drafted, and the buzz was he was going to get drafted by the Red Sox. We were all there. Cookie, his dad, Cookie Del Carmen. There must have been 200 people there. He gets the phone call, except that he who answered the phone was the dad. Manny wasn't there. He shows up 20 minutes later because he and his girlfriend were at Old Country Buffet. I'll never forget that as long as I live.
Old friend James Stewart checking in, Steve. He brought up some old Craig Mustard stories, but he wants me to ask why Maz has never had an at-bat at the game.
Maz is welcome all the time. He called a few years back. He wanted to bat against Pedro. And the problem was I had literally 5 or 6 media people who reached out and wanted to bat against Pedro. And the coaches were concerned. Well, they wanted the kids, the college players, to bat against Pedro. And so I said, Tony, you can come. You just can't bat against Pedro. And it never happened. But Tony's got an open invite. I think I mentioned it to him a couple of years ago. Tony played a little baseball at Tufts, and he played in all the media games. He's a pretty good athlete. I'd love to get Tony back in there.
Got to get you in there, Dundero. Former Bryant star.
Yeah, no, I'm way overmatched at this point.
Him and Mickey Gasper right now, Buck. I can't let you go.
Hold on, I want to say real quick. One of my teammates from Bryant did play in the game, I think, post-college. Ended up networking, met Larry Ridley, who was at, I think, Channel 7. Yeah. And that led to an internship or something like that. So it's a great networking event, too.
That's awesome.
That's cool. I love that.
Yep.
Yeah, look at you. You're bringing everybody together, Buck. We were just talking about this. I got to ask you one baseball question. Do you think Rafael Devers, what type of reception do you think he'll receive returning back to Boston?
Yeah, it's funny. I heard the guys talking about that during the game yesterday, and I thought, well, wow, what do we do here? And I think they cheer him. I mean, I think it was Will Middlebrooks mentioned that he's hit more home runs than any third baseman in history, which I didn't know. I would have thought Malzone or Wade Boggs had hit more home runs, but he did provide a lot of good baseball. I mean, who could ever forget the home run he hit off Aroldis Chapman at Yankee Stadium on Sunday Night Baseball? Stuff like that. I think, and I'm not one to tell people how to cheer and who to boo and all that. You buy your ticket, you do what you want, but I think he'll get mostly cheers.
All right, Steve. Appreciate that. Oh, real quick, I saw your article. You wrote about Peyton Tolley. I know last night he didn't have his best stuff, but I think they're 7-1 in his last 8 starts. Do you think he's getting better as the season goes along? I know what we saw yesterday, but I don't know, man. You wrote an article about he's pitching like it's his first start ever, like his debut every night.
That's what I wrote. I mean, it's as though every single game is his major league debut. When he comes into the dugout, and I wrote this, so this is going to sound clever, but I had an hour to think of it when I wrote it. But when he comes into the dugout after every inning, it's as though he's at his 25th high school reunion and he's seeing an old buddy he hasn't seen since chem class, years ago. That's how excited he gets. And I admire that. I think all players feel that way, but for some reason they get to a certain point. No, I'm in the big leagues now. They have to be Joe Cool. And I love the fact that he acts like if you took a fan out of the stands and said, we're going to give you a chance to play big league baseball. And that's the way he comports himself. And I think that's really cool. And I think he's good. He's good for the franchise, and he's good for the whole experience, the whole Boston baseball experience. I'm impressed by what I see of him.
Last one from me, Buck. I'm just curious. You've covered a lot of Red Sox teams. You've been around for a lot of things, the cursed years and then all the years they were winning championships. Where does this season rank for you in terms of satisfaction and excitement and how it's all transpired?
Well, I mean, this is the thing. They have to make the playoffs to justify the cheering that they got. If they end up out of the wild card, which at this point they'd have to really fall badly for that to happen, this will be remembered as one of those great seasons. Now, I think you're asking the wrong guy if you're looking for, this is the best. I mean, I'm a product of the '67 Red Sox, and I was 11 years old. And the reason we're here talking on the phone, baseball, is because of the '67 Red Sox. I basically, without really announcing it, I said, I've got to be around baseball the rest of my life. And the '67 Red Sox, as an 11-year-old from Cambridge, it was literally life-changing for me. That's how big that team was.
Okay, so that's, and we've talked about this, that actually makes a little more sense. I used to, kill Shaughnessy for thinking so highly of a team that didn't win anything, but now I kind of get it. So I admit I was wrong. I kind of get it now. I'm going to back off the 67 people. Just saying.
Well, it's very big of you to do that, but I mean, it was you had to be there.
Yeah, I get it.
It was just
they hadn't won. It was a magical ride. I get it.
And they lost 100 games 2 years earlier, 90-something the year before. Nobody went into the 67 season thinking, oh, my God, they're going to win the pennant. And right from the beginning, when Billy Rohr, a rookie lefty, major league debut, has a no-hitter going with 2 out in the ninth at Yankee Stadium. That was like the second game of the season. And right away, I'm in sixth grade. I was in the fifth grade. I was in the sixth grade in the World Series. But in the spring of '67, I'm in the fifth grade. And right away, we're thinking, wow, the Red Sox might do something this year. That's how big it was.
He's Steve Buckley. He's of The Athletic. He's the old-time baseball game tonight, St. Peter's Field in Cambridge, the 32nd annual old-time baseball game to benefit the Boston home. Plenty of people in attendance tonight. And people can just show up, Steve? Is it as simple as that?
Free attendance, yeah. You just show up. There are virtually no seats. There's like 200 seats. You bring a beach chair, a blanket, or you just hang around out in the outfield. We have a lot of people down left field line, the right field line, and they just hang out. And the whole idea is to recreate what it was like in the 1930s when every city had their factory team or their mill team, and there was no internet, there was no TV, and people would wander down to these local fields and watch baseball. And that's what we try to recreate. And we've got 60 or so, 65, I think, throwback uniforms, old minor league teams, Negro Leagues teams. We have a New York Knights team from the Natural, a uniform from that team, and we have some real uniforms. Joey Corsi, the late Jim Corsi's son, plays in our game and wears a uniform, a Red Sox uniform that his dad wore in the big leagues. So that's kind of a big thing every year for us.
Well, maybe the 33rd old-time baseball game could be at the Field of Dreams in Iowa. What do you think of that?
I will never take this game out of St. Peter's Field in Cambridge. I'm actually hoping, I know the Sox are playing in that game next year, and I've already sent a request to my editor that I want to cover that. If you go to my Facebook page, there's a picture of me. My profile picture is me throwing a ball from the mound at Dyersville. And so I've been out there, and I hope to cover that game next year. But our game will always be at St. Peter's Field. It's too electric. If you took our game and put it like in La Latch or one of the bigger ballparks, and we got 2,000 people, it just wouldn't feel the same. The fact that we've got, it's sort of like a really good high school Thanksgiving Day game. If you can get your hands around that. That's what I've compared it to. It's emotional. It's electric. You always see somebody you haven't seen in years. we get surprised. We got a few surprise people coming tonight. I can't even mention because it's not confirmed yet, but it's going to be a fun night.
Well, everyone that's listening right now heard us talk about it. It's an excellent, excellent event. No Red Sox game tonight, so get on over to Cambridge. And I love that you're repping Cambridge forever, Steve. I love that.
You're a good man, Joe. We got to hang out and grab a pizza some night.
Oh, yes. What would you recommend in Cambridge? What do you got?
Oh, God. I live in Somerville now. So
I love Avenue. I know Gino over at Avenue.
Avenue is a 7-minute walk from my house, and I go there about once a month.
Oh, okay.
You've been to Avenue?
I love Avenue. I know Gino. Yes, I go to Kelly's
you
place.
You actually know people there? Oh, you're like Prince of the City. That's very impressive.
Yeah, we could do Lindell's Bakery. Hit up that spot. Yes,
Bill Golitis. I know the owner of Lindell's Bakery.
Yes, maybe we'll do a Joe on the Go with Steve Buckley in Somerville and Cambridge. What do you think?
No, Lindell's Bakery is owned by Bill Golitis, who for many, many years was on the board of the Sports Museum in New England. Like he is as big a baseball fan as you will ever meet on the planet. And I've gone to Avenue a number of times, and a little hurt that you've been there and never rang up the house to say, come on down, but we can get by that.
They have an incredible Detroit-style pizza, which I would love to have with you. And by the way, Lindell's has the best glazed donut I've ever had. Man.
Oh, well, Ball Square will be appreciative of your endorsement.
You got it. Steve, excellent job, man. Enjoy tonight. Have fun. And I'll hear all about it from Manny on Friday at his golf tournament.
Thanks, Buck.
Take care, guys.
Hey, it's Steve Buckley, everybody, of The Athletic. And again, the 32nd old-time baseball game tonight. And hey, call number 10 right now to our contest line at 617-931-0985. We'll score a 4-pack of tickets to go to the Marshfield Fair in Marshfield. Tickets are on sale now at marshfieldfair.org. We'll take a break. You're listening to... So, no.
Toucher and Hardy.
No.
On the Sports Hub.
You know, I got an idea for a bit. The email bit. We should do the email bit. It's a great idea. Let's do the email bit.
All right, back here on, I call it Fred and Friends. Toucher and Hardy.
One day he'll have me on with him.
I hope so. I would like that. If one day Fred would, if it's just you two, I think it would be fabulous. Because you know what he would do is he would serve you up. What I mean is he would be like, all right, Mark, what do you think of this? And then he would just listen.
Just react.
Yep.
Yeah, whatever.
No, I think it would be great, actually, to get you guys together. This is the email bit. Powered by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers. If you've been hurt in a car or work accident, you got to get Glassman. Don't just send an email. Call all 617-777-7777 or visit gottagetglassman.com. I do have emails. Somebody wants a Dondero Tanguay collab. Remember you mentioned this yesterday, Gary Tanguay? You said you never worked?
I've never even met him.
I know you mentioned linking up Dondero with Gary Tanguay yesterday, but it's a no-brainer. They need to write a book together.
Controversy.
Dondero can write his Jaron Durant fan fiction about Durant coming back to being a big-time player of the postseason. Okay. And Tanguay can spice it up with a little controversy.
I did walk in once. I was out with my wife. We went for her birthday dinner, I think, to Davio's, and he was at the bar. It's the only time I've ever seen him in person.
He goes, also, Tanguay would be playing Durant in that film. So he needs to get going on that mullet.
Let's make cocaine legal.
Joe, two thoughts. Kyle Williams' release package feels somewhat like AB, not comparing them, but do profile similar. Michael Hawley. We love Michael Hawley.
Love Michael.
Yeah. People on the Sox. Anyways, I got nothing else. You said Mike Reese wrote something, basically a big pump up of where
it's
they've
kind of an
come
outline
from to
of
where they are.
Where they are, yeah.
Speaking of that,
yeah.
Remember a couple of years ago? Well, Callahan was talking about that with us yesterday. Remember a couple of years ago they had those joint practices versus the Eagles and they got destroyed.
Yeah.
Come a long way, and I earlier I mentioned that they have Milton Williams and A.J. Brown now on the Patriots. Like, those were two integral pieces of a Super Bowl team.
Yeah. Studs. Not just an integral piece. They're studs.
I think Kevin Byard's a stud.
I'd like to see him.
He led the league in interceptions.
Yes.
Let's at least give him that.
Well, wasn't there a stat, though, back? I can't remember what it was. Didn't Brandon Merriweather lead the league in something at some point? Or I forget what it was. He was a two-time Pro Bowler.
Some guy like J.C. Was it J.C. Jackson?
Yeah.
Might have done that.
Forgotten name. I'd like to. I'm high on it. The idea of it. I'd like to see it though before I start anointing him this playmaker. You know what we haven't even discussed, and we don't need to discuss it. But just we've been talking about their loaded. We haven't even talked about Hunter Henry, who's been productive for the Patriots, and Eli Raridan, that's looked good. Yeah. We didn't even bring up Ramondre Stevenson, who's been productive. We didn't even talk about them. I'm just saying, man.
Yeah, he's moving up the rushing list too for the Patriots all-time rushing list, and he's a great receiver.
I'm just saying, man, they've got dudes, they've got playmakers, they've got role guys, they've got experience now, and they've got a stud quarterback with a very competent head coach and coordinators. What am I missing here? They've got continuity. What am I missing, Joe?
And they're not the favorites.
Just figure it out. Just accept it. Accept it. It's starting to happen nationally. You're starting to hear it. You're starting to hear people come around. Yeah, they're going to be good, man. It would be a wild upset if they're bad. Or if they're not, if they're okay.
All right, dude. My buddy Hooch is with Mike Reese and Mike Riley.
Right now?
I can't. So hey, we just shout out Mike Reese on the radio and shout out to Sarge.
Mike's on this show during the season, isn't he?
Yes. You guys get, Ryan, you got Reese, Sosi, Breer,
Callahan, Perry.
Perry?
Everyone.
And then you guys got Christopher Price, great.
Price is great.
Price?
We love using Price. He gets back to me right away.
Karen was great
Parisian,
today.
Yep.
Just you guys, you got it all during football season here.
Yeah.
At night,
to be.
At night, I'll shout out my night people.
Who do you get?
Doug Kyde of the Boston Herald.
Kyde's great. We've had him on.
John Serenides of New England Football Journal. I've known him for 20 years. He's one of the best in the business.
Is he going to write about this new Super 8?
I want to get into that on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
But just speaking of John, there's nobody who talks in the trenches better in this town.
In the trenches, as in line play?
Line play.
Oh.
He's a former coach. He does a lot of. He actually coached at King Philip, and
Great program.
Yep. And but he runs New England Football Journal, and we have him on every Friday night. We do everything. We do high school, college. We do high school football, college. We talk about all the big games, and but he's one of my featured guys. At night we have Evan Lazar. Of course, Alex Barth is one of our bigs. So
yeah.
Yes, we like to go real football heavy, and then the gambling. We got lots of gambling, guys.
Can you win me some money this year?
Yes.
Do you like any futures? We can talk about that later.
Yeah.
What's the Patriots over/under in wins?
Well, it's 10.5. I lean over.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But there's one I've been looking at. It's the Arizona Cardinals. 3.5 is their win total.
Going to go under there.
I just feel like they have to win 4 games.
You think so?
But now Jacoby Brissett's their quarterback.
Yeah.
I just 3.5, bro.
Who's in that division? Seahawks.
The Rams.
49ers. They just got Mike Evans.
Doomed.
Yeah.
I see 3.5, and you thought under right away.
Yes.
I just feel like they got to get to 4. Can they get to 4, or are they trying to tank?
How many games did the Patriots win with Jacoby Brissett? Do you remember?
2.
Couple? 2?
Something. I'll have to look.
Well, they won that big one in Cincy. Take him to the hill.
The first game of the year.
Yeah. That was it.
All right, we'll get the headline here from Dundero. And then, yes, there was some I love high school football stuff, so why don't we talk about some of the changes? We'll do that next here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Sports Hub headlines. Sports.
It happens all the time.
The Sports Hub. When it comes to the show, Hardy thinks the same way you do.
Nothing happened.
He's got the same questions.
Where is the story?
And the same opinions.
Boring.
And he's back with Fred on the Sports Hub. We know what you're thinking. What could I possibly have missed from the show? It's time for The Stack on Toucher and Hardy.
All right. It's The Stack. Mark Dondero's here, and you're off to play golf, huh?
That's right.
You're not gonna. You want to share or no?
Share what?
Where are you going?
I'm going to the Cape Club.
Whoa!
Yeah. It's a great spot. Cape Club of Sharon, great spot.
A lot of weddings at that place.
Yeah.
Overlooks the water right there, right? Is that what that is?
No.
No, which one's that? Oh, that's
maybe down in
I know
Falmouth.
No. I know what you're talking about now. All right, I'm in the wrong.
Yeah.
town.
No, it's a great food, great course. It's awesome.
Okay. I wanted to shout out a St. John's Prep has a quarterback this year, Vargas.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be a senior. He was a stud last year. I watched him. He's injured towards the end of the year. He played in the championship Super Bowl, lost to Severian.
Yeah, I was there.
You were there. But Chris Vargas, he's committed to Ohio State.
Is that where? I didn't know he was going there. Nice. Congrats.
So going
really good.
Going from here to Ohio State, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
And they changed the Super Bowl again. And I know you threw this in our Slack channel last night.
I don't know what it's going to do because the public schools are still going to have to compete in that from what I've gathered. It's just they've narrowed it down to 8 Division I and II teams that are going to play for the true state championship.
What do you think of that?
I guess.
I like the old ways, man.
I mean, don't
win your division, play your rivalry game, and then go to the playoffs.
Well, I mean, if you're talking about the old ways, I loved how Thanksgiving used to mean something. And don't tell me that I get it. It's still a game. It's a rivalry, whatever. But the season is what it is. That game used to determine playoff spots. That game used to be huge, and it's not like that anymore. So I miss that. I mean, I think it's good. Look, Zavarian, those teams, they don't recruit. Okay, I don't want to hear that. Zoe, I don't want to hear. They don't recruit. They get good players. They're attractive to good players, and they train their tails off.
Tell Zoe that.
Yeah.
Tell them that next time you see
That's why they're good. You know why they're good? Because we were in the weight room all freaking year training. It was a culture. I don't know what it's like. I mean, it's not because they have more boys. There's 1,000 boys at those schools. Brockton High School has how many kids?
Yep. Well, you're right. Everett. Now CM has, and DiBiaso's back there.
I do think it's ridiculous. I don't know what the situation. CM playing at Division II is ridiculous. So I'm with Zoe there. Stupid. They're in the Catholic Conference. They've got the former Everett coach. They're nasty. Yeah. They should be a Division I team.
Correct.
I don't understand that at all. What idiot thought of that? But don't talk to me about nobody at Zavarian's recruiting. They're not giving money to people. It's not how it works. I've asked. I was there. It doesn't happen now. I play with the best players that went there. Yeah. None of them got recruited.
Yeah. Dondero's 2 things he got most excited about today: the Little League World Series and high school football.
Well, no. I'm trying to adapt to the morning vibe.
No, I got you. But you were very in on that. Tomorrow we'll do the Drake May, Justin Jefferson, Jackson Dart, Abercrombie video that we weren't able to get.
Oh, we didn't do that.
We weren't able to get to that one today. So, all right, Mark. Well, enjoy the links, bud. It's been fun. I'll see you
man.
Saturday
Always
night
a pleasure.
for
Yes,
Patriots
sir.
Postgame.
Let's do it.
We'll enjoy that. And I'm here tomorrow with Alex Barth, who will be back from practice.
I saw him at practice yesterday. Didn't want to talk to him too much. He was grinding. He's working.
He's always in the weeds, man. Yeah. All right. Thank you to our crew back there today.
Thanks for having me, boys.
Melly,
good to see you.
Ryan Beaton. I'm Joe Murray for Mark Dondero. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow at 6 a.m. here on the Sports Hub.
Talk to you tomorrow. Toucher and Hardy on the Sports Hub.